Some of you might think that that's the music from the first boss fight in Vaganti, but actually it's just the music that plays in real life when Mizkussy closes the door behind him. I have not... I have not watched any of this, but I have heard the gist. I don't know how long the Emaru bit is. We'll see how much we get through. I've heard there's lots of cringe receipts. You better believe we're not fucking watching the Jobs video. At least not today. It's 4 fucking hours long. Oh, Gerard. It's 4 hours of Carl Jobs butchering Gerard for his blubber. Using it as fuel, rendering it down for oils, all sorts of things. It's like in Dishonored. The Dark Viper video. He is a DMCA lord. He's a fucking DMCA lord. I've started playing since finishing with Clover Pit. I've started playing Shogun Showdown, which I never got around to playing, even though I was gifted it. It's very nice. What song was that? That piece of music was the first boss fight track from Vaganti. Vaganti is fucking sick as fuck, by the way, if you haven't played it. If you like Spelunky, you'll like Vaganti. I reckon. They're significantly different, but, you know, close enough that I'm confident in that recommendation. What is this? Don't forget to post the clip of Emaru abusing Mizkussy on Mario 64. Excuse me? I dumped the girl for making me lose in Mario 64 when I was a teenager. Anyway, Shogun Showdown's fucking tight. I remember like years ago I played the demo and I put it on my wish list, and then I think Twitch Censor got it for me and I just never fucking played it. Oh yeah, it was Mario Party. It was Mario Party, yes. It's still fucking Mario. Have you guys seen this? Have you seen Black Mutal? Hang on. Have you seen this? Neo Geo Era. Thank you. You like Vaganti. Vagante. If you like Spelunky. I reckon. Vaganti's a bit more RPG-y though, but not much. So. The reason I show that, Sorbet is a fan of this band. I started playing it in the living room just to show Lucky Bee. Wait, where is it? Fuck my shoes. Downloads. Open folder. I started playing it just to show Lucky Bee in the living room. And fucking Sorbet starts singing along. She's a little metalhead. After most of the meows, she herself meowed. She sometimes meows. She mostly squeaks. She's quite a quiet girl. She's quite a quiet girl. Yeah. What a nice cat. I don't know if I'd call her nice. She's a nice looking cat. She's pretty mean. Well, not mean. She's pretty grumpy. She lets me pet her now, though. For a limited period. Well, Mizkuss's suicide has been foretold in the ancient stones. I need to get this Mario clip. Hang on. I've been told there's an important Mario clip. Mario Mizkussy Emaru. All food you've ever eaten is rotten. You've never tasted fresh food. That is why you should only eat fermented food. Just embrace it. Just embrace it. What am I looking for? I see a Mario clip. Amaru embarrassed Mizkussy on his own stream. This one? Oh, he's doing the fucking he's doing the fucking BLJs. He's doing the BLJs.
What's he trying to do?
Ah! Is that a fucking Pro Controller?
Dude, why are your settings like this? These aren't even the default settings.
What the fuck?
And this happened to him live too?
Destroyed.
I mean, that's sad.
Warning, Super Player X, about Vaganti. You're going to get raped. But it is very good. Didn't want to put a baby in her because he was afraid of doing BLJs right out of the vag. Fallopian BLJs. The egg itself would be. No, that's fine though. No, because like, what if you have an ectopic pregnancy? So it's fertilized in the fallopian tube, and it just fucking BLJs out of there, and then you're fine. You don't need a surgery or anything, and you don't get any pain. It just BLJs out. It's fine. Better than him in every game and in streaming and so on. Oh, is he an ego Andy? That's like a problem for him. Yeah. If Lucky Bee was also a streamer and like she is a gamer. She is a gamer. If she played the same games as me and was a streamer, and I was still a game streamer, that would be sick. Because if I was ever playing a game and I got stuck and you guys were mean to me, I could just be like, baby, baby, please help. Can you do it for me? I'd just get her in here and have her beat the section for me or whatever. Right? All right. I believe I have the right thing. I believe I have the right stream 2 days ago. Does that sound about right? Can I play a puzzle game? Not on fucking stream. No fucking way. Might play Shogun Showdown at some point, which is essentially a puzzle game. All right.
Feels very, very, very strange. But, yeah, so...
Oh, by the way, before I do that, do you want to see something fucking crazy? I made a Harmful Opinions video about rice. I was going to call it Rice War Now, but I thought I decided against it. Instead, it's just going to be called The Rice War. I like the thumbnail. I think it's a good thumbnail. Rare. My new monthly schedule is going to seem like I'm on a monthly schedule because I'm going to Japan for 2 weeks on Friday. But no, I'm getting back to normal now. I'll just shit out videos whenever I have something I want to do. Anything I feel like. Anyway, I don't think there's been a rape, but I think there has been something that people are calling sexual assault. That isn't even rice. That is AI upscaled rice. Okay. Tomorrow is my last stream before I go to Japan. Yes. Yes, it is. What if he has the finger cots I used to use? Maybe. It's possible. I have a bag of those somewhere. Those are from when I played FPS games, and I use a glass mouse pad, so I put it on my thumb so my thumb wouldn't stick on the glass. That's real shit. Didn't give you enough advance warning? You know I'm going to Japan on fucking Friday.
I mean, you guys can probably tell, but today's not gonna be a normal stream. Not gonna, watch videos or play games or anything today. I kind of just have a bunch of stuff that I wanted to talk about, and that.
How old is Emaru? I want to say 23. How bad am I at ages? She's 30? Damn.
And I'm probably just gonna...
I thought I was highballing with 23. Oh, if she's 27, it's not... My guess isn't that bad.
go offline after. But yeah, it's
Flesh corner.
I mean, I like you guys know.
Is that
I've
a?
been streaming for 10
Sorry,
years.
is that a fucking oven? What is that in the back? Oh, it's like a fake fireplace.
Last week was kind of the first time that I ever really like spoke about a topic or like something that happened to me. And honestly, I'm really glad that I did, and I'm proud that I did. And I feel like I have to see it to its conclusion, you know, if that makes sense.
Yo, she's gonna kill
Not
Mizkussy.
just for myself, but for, in a way, I kind of feel like a lot of people are involved, because it doesn't just affect me.
I still remember watching the Mizkussy in the car thing. Recorded on a Ring doorbell or some shit.
So that's why, sorry about my voice. I'm very, very nervous in case you can't tell. But I knew that this stream had to be done today, so yeah, pretty much.
Dude, look, fake fireplace is a waste of money, not gonna lie. We're looking at a girl's room where there is a mountain of Kirby plushies in the corner.
Yeah, so I guess,
I think the whole aesthetic is wasting money.
Might as well get started. Not, you know, stall too much or anything. I know there's a lot of people here who don't normally watch, and if you're wondering, yes, I do normally run 20-minute intros. And yes, my community at least claims that they like it. I think that they like it. I like playing songs for you guys, but anyway, yeah, anyway.
Isn't that to maximize viewership when you're actually doing the content? I thought that's what it was.
We don't like it? Okay, well, whatever. Anyway.
Like, they might not necessarily like... The people who are there might not enjoy it, but people who need some time to get there will enjoy it. So that sort of thing, right? I'm probably gonna
stop reading chat now as well, but you guys are free to say whatever you want, obviously.
My intro's 2 minutes long! What the fuck?
Oh, so, yeah, like I said before, it's been a pretty crazy week, and a lot of things have happened since the last time that I streamed in relation to what I talked about last week, the whole TwitchCon incident.
Yeah.
Some other things happened that kind of pushed me to talk about.
She's the one who was doing a meet and greet at TwitchCon, and some dude just got through who wasn't meant to be there and tried to kiss her or whatever, grabbed her and tried to kiss her.
A lot of things that I want to talk about today.
If I were popular, I would not... Well, I'm not going to go to TwitchCon anyway. If I were popular, I would not fucking do any conventions. You're gonna get, like, eventually, someone's gonna skin you. Someone's gonna, like, eat your hair. Like...
So, as you can see...
People talk about it like, hey, if we just change the culture... If we just change the culture, no one will be schizophrenic. No, it's like fucking crazy people coming after you.
I wrote out my notes.
After a certain number of people are aware of you, you've got at least one serial killer obsessed with you. That's it.
Notes, and not only that, I have even more notes. So, yeah, if it seems like I'm like...
Sorry to interrupt, but I will say, the only 2 Twitch events I've been to were fucking great. I went to Twitch Tour 2018, and then I went to the Dev conference after that, because I was asked to, because I did a lot of Twitch integrated gaming. I streamed a lot of games that had integration, so they wanted me to go there to talk to people who were developing that stuff. And both of them had fuck tons of free food and booze. That shit was great. One was at like a Radisson Blu hotel, and they just had the full like buffet set up with including unlimited steaks. I threw up. And the Dev conference had a catering company with like unlimited gyoza, unlimited meatballs, unlimited fucking lasagna, unlimited Brewdog beers.
reading a script or something.
There was a giant basket of pork rinds.
It's because I wrote super detailed notes because I wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything. So.
I only got sick on the first day. I only made myself ill on the first day.
Yeah. So yeah.
Clap. Hey, Cameron.
Okay. So, I think everyone knows about last week, the stuff that happened at TwitchCon.
Mm-hmm.
I was assaulted, and
Yep.
the guy was able to.
They identified the guy and gave him a 30-day ban initially, right? That's fucked. I forgot about that part.
Okay, so like intro first thing that I want to talk about is
Don't do it again.
I did see the Twitch tweet that I believe went out yesterday.
Ross fed the streamer a 25
Thank you.
Romanian Lee Superberry. Sure, buddy, your crimes at JebCon won't go untold. That poor trans girl still cries every night for what you did to her in that bathroom stall.
What the fuck do you mean? Austrad isn't trans.
I was literally in a Discord call with my friends, and they were like, "Did you see that Twitch apologized to you?" And I was like, "Wait, what?" So yeah, basically what I'm trying to say is they put out that tweet. I was never apologized to privately. They put that out without like consulting me or anything. I didn't know that they were gonna do that, so that was yeah. I mean, I'm glad that, they're trying to like take some level of accountability, but
no, they're not. Don't even say that.
there's a lot
That's
of things
no.
that they didn't mention.
That is not what happened. That was not them taking accountability.
The tweet
Please.
that I feel like should have been mentioned. But anyway, more stuff's been happening behind the scenes. So I want to say that last week.
Can you imagine if Twitch posted, "Dear Emaru, we're sorry if that made you uncomfortable"?
Everything I said on my stream was accurate.
What's the JebCon lore? Oh, it's a place in Germany I went to do a bunch of rapes. Obviously. Except for one thing. I was wrong about one thing. I was going over the tweet that Twitch initially put out, where they're like, "Oh yeah, this thing happened to a high-profile creator. Police were on site. We're cooperating with law enforcement investigations." What I was wrong about was, they were not cooperating with law enforcement investigations. Oh.
I found that out on Monday when I got a phone call from the San Diego police, and they were talking to me, and they basically said, "Hey, we can't really do anything right now because they apparently know the name of the guy, but they're not giving it to us until a warrant goes through." Which, if you know anything about that stuff, it usually takes a while.
What?
Even if it's expedited, which it was being expedited for.
Fuck off, pig. We're not squealing. We're not squealing unless you have a warrant. I streamed it, Cameron. What the fuck?
But it still takes a lot of time. And they're like, yeah, they're refusing to give us the name, which, as far as I'm aware, is like a very common.
Is this some deranged interpretation on their part of data protection?
Company thing where they'll be, they don't want to give out names of potential people involved in crimes because then that person could maybe sue them for giving their name to police. I don't know, something like that. That's what my lawyer said. But basically, they were Twitch was trying to make sure that the guy that assaulted me didn't sue them, which meant that the police were not able to work on the case right away. So yeah, I got a call about that on, I believe it was Monday, from the San Diego police. They were like, "Yeah, we're working on the warrant, but right now, that's all we can really do. But we're trying our best. Just want to let you know, we're gonna keep you in the loop and everything." I was like, "Okay."
Look, fuck you, Google. Oh. Chat user called Fuck You Google says, "I do like when companies tell feds to go fuck themselves." I'm getting mixed messages, but also, yeah, I'd agree. Telling the police to fuck off is often based. Not in this instance, though. Yeah.
I was very frustrated because I was like, "Damn, I didn't know that on Saturday. I would have said that if I knew." And then I believe it was the next day. there was someone who, I don't know if they were a viewer or if they were just someone who like knew of the situation from social media. They contacted my manager, and they basically told her that at their place of work, someone came into their work who matched the description of the guy.
Okay.
And this person was saying like, oh, I'm, traveling to Texas, and I caused like quite a stir at a TwitchCon. And this person like, reached out to my manager, reached out to police, San Diego police, interviewed them. But basically what I'm trying to say is because all this stuff was delayed, this guy was able to get really far away from San Diego, allegedly. And this whole time my manager was like, basically like begging Twitch, like, dude, like, please give us his name. Like, we don't know who this person is. Like, for all we know, he like lives around where Emmy and her roommates live. Like, I can't like help her if like I don't know who this person is, and they were refusing to do it. But after that tip from the person who said that,
was it legit?
The guy came into their workplace and was talking to him. My manager demanded the info from Twitch, so they did end up giving it to police, but not my manager, as far as I know. She still doesn't. Yeah, so the investigation's still going on, but it's like been a huge mess because of all of the delays and like refusal to work with the police. And yeah, it's ongoing. I can't like say too much about it. Like all this that I'm saying, obviously I like ran by my lawyer and stuff. I do want you guys to know that
I don't know how much. Sorry, we have to let him touch you. You said his name. I don't know how
Melissa has
how
been
fucked
making
things
sure
are.
that me and my roommates, who are obviously other pretty well-known girl streamers, that we have been safe here, paying for like security stuff, making sure.
You gotta. Anytime this room is left unattended, when you come back in, you have to jab a bayonet into the plushie pile in case he's in there.
Sure, we're protected. Again, my manager's been taking care of that all on her own.
That's like prime stalker hiding spot.
Twitch did not offer anything like that.
I didn't see Taylor Lawrence defending Twitch over this, but I'm aware she got a Dan Clancy interview regarding it. I didn't see it though.
And yeah, that's where it is right now, pretty much. I can't say like too much about what me and my lawyer are doing, but my hope is really that there's some kind of like public resolutions that people who like have seen this and like know about everything that's happened can feel better about it. Because like I said, I don't feel like it's just about me. Like it could have been anyone that it happened to, like a small streamer who's not as lucky to have the resources or like the reach that I have.
Always be carrying,
boys. It's very scary, and yeah, just very, very frustrating. And yeah, I don't know where it's gonna go.
Hold up. Infamous Cheesecake says his finger only went in for a few minutes, so it's okay. Swedish legal system. Is that where that story was from? Lucky Bee was telling me some guy got fucking let off sexual assault or specifically rape charges because he didn't rape them for long enough. That was a thing, wasn't it? Is that the reference?
I'm sure that, they're probably...
It is the Sweden. That's fucking insane.
I would speculate, not very happy with me for talking about all this, but I feel like...
Your Honor, for every thrust I pulled all the way out, there was no 2-hour rape. There were thousands of 1-second rapes, which, as you know, don't count.
It's not fair to keep it hidden from all the people who literally had to witness it because of Twitter and Reddit and all these.
Double check that. What's the true secret? Oh, will not be deported after serving his 3-year prison sentence due to the duration of the incident. After he got fucking 3 years, and because of the duration, he's not being deported. That's still fucked. Sorry. He's not being deported, he's being liquefied. He's gonna be juiced on stage.
Things. I mean, I'm not complaining about that. Obviously, you guys know I was super grateful that the guy posted it, got, you know, spread around so that I didn't have to figure out how to talk about it myself. But yeah, I'm just it's a lot. It's been really heavy this week, but obviously I've been getting a lot of support from my friends and other streamers, and obviously my manager, the people that I work with, my employees and such.
Okay, when does the Mizkussy happen?
But yeah, I don't want to just let this be a thing that I think that they're hoping it just blows over and gets like swept under the rug. I'm not gonna, you know, go live every stream and complain about it like, oh, you know, I got done dirty. I'm not gonna do that, but I'm gonna try to the best of my ability, keep you guys updated until there's like some kind of
the UK
resolution.
story is even more nutty. The molestoid who was let out of jail accidentally, he tried not to leave, he stuck around, and then they got him to leave by giving him a train fare. Fucking Christ.
You know, so. Yeah.
And then they couldn't find him for ages.
Pretty heavy, intense stuff. Yeah, it's been... Sorry, I'm just looping myself now. But, yeah, I would hate if, like, this kind of just went away and people were like, oh, what happened? You know, I don't know. You know, am I gonna go to TwitchCon next year and, you know, like, if something happens to me, it's gonna, you know, they're gonna try to hide it, basically. Yeah. So, there's that. Give me a second. I have some more stuff I want to talk about, but I'm trying to not,
Here we go.
rush myself, because I'm trying my best to,
The
like,
real stuff.
you know, stay composed to the best of my ability, so that I can get to the information across accurately. Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for, you know, support and stuff. Like, honestly, it's been shocking to me, because, I don't know. I guess, like, whenever things happen, I always just kind of expect the bare minimum outcome, if that makes sense. So, yeah, I've just been very, very thankful.
Let's go.
Very thankful and, very grateful, and, I hope that, you know, whatever comes out of this makes other people
Who was that
feel
YouTube girl
better,
who got
but
killed?
regardless, like I said,
Gabriella Chilme?
I'm done with, going to TwitchCon. Probably done entirely with, convention streams. I feel like it's just time, you know. And, I think that's probably true for a lot of streamers.
2016? Maybe. It was quite a long time
really
ago.
Changed. I've been on Twitch for 10 years, like, you know, I keep fucking repeating myself recently. And yeah, it's changed a lot, gone pretty big. And I think that's just
Earning money
reality,
by
you have to
venting your
accept-
problems is sick as fuck.
But, you know, maybe it's
to
not a
be
bad
fair.
thing, because, you know, you can go back to rotting playing games in your room. It's not so bad, right? Retirement? No. Not retirement. Definitely not. Because
Okay.
I'm the kind of person, I'll never give up. You're not gonna make me give up. So,
Okay.
yeah.
That's the very spirit that
Ooh.
angered Mizkiff, is my understanding.
Unfortunately, I'm not done yet. Like I said.
Here we go.
Let's just give me a bit. Was worried you're gonna quit? No. And I don't think I'm gonna go to any other platforms because, I mean, first of all, where would I go?
You're all tied in.
And second of all, I really think that, you know, this is something that was just, I mean, this is just me, you know, being optimistic, but I feel like it was just a case of, like, you know, we didn't realize that these things could happen. And,
No!
we don't want them to happen, and, like, you know, things will be better, and...
Come on.
I mean, I'm not gonna leave you guys because of, you know, something that someone else did. I mean, yeah, there's like other places that, you know, I upload content, but Twitch is like really my home. That's why, through all of this, I feel like most people, you know, I mean, I did make a tweet, but like it was probably like 10% of what I
Battered
need to say.
Twitch
I'll
housewife.
tweet, make a YouTube video. That's why I've chosen to do all of this live and like raw, because it's just what I'm most comfortable with and what I've always done.
Grope me once, shame on you.
So, yeah. Oh, sorry, my like emotional voice is so ugly. Yeah. I don't know. It's just crazy. I just never thought things like this would happen, or I'd ever be doing a stream like this.
Here we go.
It
Come
just
on.
feels very strange because it's just very out of my element. I've never really like, for the most part, commented on drama or like self-inserted in situations, but I guess in this
Is it
situation, I'm
just
kind of,
me,
like,
or do
stuck
we
in the
live in a
middle of it
very fucked world?
against my
Just a
will.
bit.
So it's
Very
like if I don't
insightful.
do it, who else is gonna do it? I'm just gonna take a second.
Twitch didn't realize that people with a mass number of fans are in danger of things like that happening. When their location is made known and those fans are given access. Come on.
Sorry, I've said that like 4 times, but
Come on.
this is it's a lot. I hate drama streams. Me too, man. Bro, like I could have come home. I could have
No shit,
on
Dying
beating
Mongoose.
Cinna
That's
and
exactly what it
Clint's
is.
fucking mega bonk scores. Now look what I have to do. So fucking annoying. I had to cancel my plans. Which reminds me, I don't think there's gonna be a Halloween stream this year.
Halloween is cancelled.
I don't think that's realistic with kind of the vibes of things right now. But I mean, is anyone gonna be mad at me if I do like, you know, like a Halloween in November thing? Or I mean, there's always next year, right? I mean,
Faber, that's probably true, but does she believe that?
yeah, I mean, things happen outside of your control. So, yeah.
Trash horror for Halloween? Brother, I'm not going to be here for Halloween. I'm going to be in fucking Japan.
It's just crazy, but I mean, thank you guys for listening to me talk and complain.
Come on. You need to miss out now.
Yeah, I appreciate it. So,
The aroma. It has the pleasant aroma of butter.
the next thing,
Let's go.
at the end of my last stream, I said that when I got home, I would be talking about some other things that I really, really did not want to talk about. But I feel like those things, developing independently of their own from the TwitchCon incident, have gone to a point where I kind of feel like I have no choice. So, I've already seen a lot of people speculating about what I'm going to be talking about, and
Here we go.
some people have been right, but
I've seen
the
people
who are
speculating about
right,
what we're going to talk about, but I'm going to run a Twitch poll to see if you guys are right.
they were only like 5 to 10% right. I don't think I've seen a single person online
The Mutahar
knew
dead man's clothes.
or understood
See if they're still
the
there.
severity of what I want to talk about today. And I want everyone to be aware that I've been handling the situation very seriously, and I've spent a lot of time thinking this over.
Okay.
And not only that, I've been in contact with a lawyer. I had them review everything that I'm planning to say today,
I don't need to know this. Just say it.
because I wanted to
you've
make
done
sure that if I was going to do this, I was going to do it right, because it's so serious.
Is this like an preempting LSF kind of thing? Is this what we're seeing?
And I feel like it's going to change things forever. And
You're hyping it too much.
so today, I'm finally going to be opening up about and
Mizkif.
telling everyone.
Mizkussy. Let's go.
Sorry, I swear I'm not trying to like make this dramatic or something. Like I said, I really wish I were not.
It'd be sick if she did all this and then it was a reveal of like a G Fuel flavor.
Feeling like I had to do this. Just give me some time. I'm gonna be doing a lot of I guess you could say like
You are doing a lot of
fourth wall breaking in a way, and talking about things that I thought would always.
Your entire format is talking to the audience and acknowledging them, though.
Be personal and just, you know, I would just carry them myself. Today, I'm finally going to be opening up about the psychological and domestic abuse, stalking and harassment, sexual assault, and threats of blackmail that Mizkif has done towards me, and some of these issues which are still ongoing. For the entirety of this year, I've attempted to separate myself from him and not talk.
So that's tragic and everything. But wouldn't it just be blackmail? Isn't the threat itself blackmail? Like, you don't say, watch out, I'll blackmail you. You say, don't do this, or I'll reveal this, or do this. And then that is you get what I'm saying?
About him at all, and not talk about this issue, and just not make it a public thing. I always tried my best.
Baby, please.
To keep this to myself. But like I said, I feel like it's gone to the point, which I'll explain later, that I feel like it just has to be done. And I have always believed in not condemning people or starting drama online. So I'm sure a lot of people are going to be asking, why am I doing this and why now?
Look, you don't need to preempt people going, wow, you don't like drama, but you told people about a molester? Wow, what a hypocrite. No, it's fine. You don't need to say fucking... Just do it. Just drop the bomb.
And I would like to explain that before I get started.
Holy
so that people
fuck.
Understand what prompted me to do this today, and that it's not just on a whim or something like that.
The people you need to explain this to should die. Like, they're not human beings. Just...
Okay, so, like I said, I took a lot of notes, so forgive me if I just end up reading off my notes. The first and probably most severe reason is that one of the rules that I set for myself a long time ago about withholding this information was that if I ever felt like somebody else was in danger of being hurt, I would then make myself speak about it. And 2 weeks ago, actually 3 weeks ago now, I was informed by 3 separate people, one of whom was present for said incident, that he had done something similar to something that he had done to me, and to someone in LA at the end of September. And this person is not a streamer or content creator, but obviously that does not matter. And because of this, I cannot in good conscience sit here knowing that I know critical information about someone that almost no one else does and not say anything. I think that most issues and dramas should stay private and off the internet. And I still hold that belief to this day, and I will hold that belief going forward. However, there are certain things that cross the line.
I don't think the off the internet standard applies to public figures.
Crossed too many times to be count. There's a point where I believe that people deserve to know.
Because you've broken the public interest barrier.
I think that at a certain point, if you know a lot of things about someone and you don't say anything to look out for others, it's wrong. It's wrong to keep it to yourself.
True.
I don't want what happened to me or what has happened to other people because of him to happen to other people.
That's based
and I don't believe
good.
he will ever stop behaving the way he does. But regardless, yeah, like I said, one of the main reasons I decided to do this stream is to come out about all of this because I can't hold on to it any longer because it feels wrong to do so. And an honorable mention reason for why I'm doing this is that for a while, he has been indirectly threatening me through my friends and people that I work with. They've informed me that he said that if I ever talked about anything he did, he would try to create a smear campaign against me in retaliation. I was told that he even approached other streamers who were close with us back when we lived together, asking them if they would join with him, and they all refused.
Wow, so he's fucking retarded as well.
At TwitchCon, he approached one of my employees, threatening them, and saying if I ever talked about him, he would destroy me. Multiple people have told me that his plan was to claim that I kill animals, and that I killed my own rabbits, since I had several of my rabbits.
He's stupid as fuck. Instantly, lucky if someone's fucked with you, however we're gonna find out he did, lucky he's dumb as fuck.
Passed away over the course of 3 years while I lived with him.
Silver lining, whatever he did to you, he's retarded.
I'm sure he's probably listening now, and it's probably going to come as quite a shock to him that this information made its way back to me and that I've known for months. But if you try to threaten me to stay quiet, especially using my poor dead animals,
I don't have the receipts.
not going to stay quiet.
Well, here's the thing though. Let's say you did neglect some pets or something. I'm sure you're, based on what I've heard, doesn't really matter even if that's true and real. Okay? It's outranked.
Okay. So now that I've explained all the reasons why this took so long and why I made the decision to do this stream, I have a few more things I would
Does
like
Maya
to get out of the way
Higa show
before
up?
I start talking about all of this. The way that I'm going to do this today is I'm going to run through everything from the beginning to the end
Okay.
to try to get across the story as accurately and fully as I can. And, hold on.
No, Chud hasn't spoiled me. I've just seen people talking about it on Twitter. Who's atting me? They got her. With the
Also,
Colovian fur hat.
we're going to be showing a few screenshots validating what I'm saying. I have more
Let's
things,
go.
but this is what I felt comfortable using today. And,
Oh!
I will be running through those later.
By the way,
Also,
hold up.
we're going to be showing a few screenshots.
See this? See this right here? This folder? That's what my videos look like. I fuck around on the internet taking little screen caps and video snippets, and I put them in a folder and number them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then when I have enough, or I'm bored of it, then I just go through that folder and talk about each one bit by bit, and that's how I make the video.
Validating what I'm saying. I have more things, but this is what I felt comfortable using today. And I will be running through those later. Another thing that I'd like to mention before I start is that during my statement, I'm going to be mentioning directly the names of about half a dozen other
Example of a video where I did this, pretty much all of them.
creators who were present for certain things. And I want to say that none of these people did anything wrong. I'm just saying that they were there, and I've asked all of them permission. They all said that it was fine to include their names, but
Okay.
I know this won't stop everyone, but I ask people, for the streamers that I mentioned, please don't go bothering them or asking them for more information. If there's something else that they want to say, they'll say it themselves, so there's no point to go pester them and bother them about it. There are also streamers who gave me permission to share things that they relayed to me privately, but asked me to redact their names, which I, of course, did.
Okay.
And the last thing that I want to make clear is that not every person that I interact with or that I'm friends with knew the extent of all of these things. And
Okay.
in fact, most of them didn't. And
All
some of
right.
them didn't even know anything at all. I tried to keep things private
So that covers the idea that they were covering for Mischief.
with my
Okay.
close friends. But if anyone during the past year ever
No. So Zeno Infused, the TwitchCon guy who touched her is unrelated.
approached me asking questions, I didn't lie and I told them the truth. But yeah, I don't want there to be some kind of witch hunt like, oh, you know, you knew and this. No, a lot of people, you know, didn't know everything or didn't know anything. Okay, I think that's all that I have to
Boilerplate
get out of the
done.
way to start.
Juice time. Time to juice it.
So, this is public information. I initially
guess-
moved in.
I guess I should grab. I imagine now that this is popped off, the context will be easy to find. Mizkussy Amaru Rust viewers. I have XQC reacting to it. We can use that
Sorry,
when it gets to that
I'm
point.
still sick, like I said. Okay. This is all public. Obviously, this part.
Nothing to
I
do with the
moved in with
TwitchCon
him.
thing.
I believe it was the end of 2021. Because he offered. I was living alone at the time, and I was having stalker issues in Kansas, and I mean, you guys know like all the stuff that happened there.
Probably one
I
of
ended
those
up joining
witches.
The org and everything. We did a lot of streams together, And I mean, a lot of people already know this, but I'm just gonna come out and say it. We started dating. We were in a relationship starting January 2022.
All right.
After I joined OTK. I'm not planning to go into too much detail about the start of the relationship because it honestly doesn't really matter at this point. It's irrelevant now. The only things that really matter that you guys need to know for the story are that it was, one, an extremely private relationship. It was even hidden from friends and people in the org, but I mean, obviously people all eventually figured it out. They're not fucking stupid. And second, it was an extremely codependent relationship.
No. OTK is not over the knee. It's one true king. It is a streamer org.
Which it's not the issue, but let's just, making that clear for details. He initially portrayed himself to me as someone who was very nice to girls and wanted to help me feel safe from stalkers and wanted me to succeed as a teammate. And we grew very close over time, and I was very dependent on him for feelings of safety, social life, like my stream, my job, everything. So yeah, besides it being a very codependent relationship, the start of it was fine. I saw a lot of people mentioning this. They thought this was what I was going to talk about. It's not a secret. I think everyone who paid attention knew that he was very controlling over what I wore, to a degree, who I was friends with, and even when I would stream. So when it was definitely slow over time that bad things started happening. At the start, it would be things like, for example, he would throw bottles, like plastic bottles of liquid in it, not like glass bottles, at me.
This isn't a Mitch Jones situation, is it? What color was the liquid in the bottles?
Despite me telling him, like, I didn't like it and it scared me and I bruised very easily, he would throw his phone at me.
Yeah, but otherwise it would be fine, I guess. No.
I would tell him, it scared me.
Mitch Jones is known for pissing in bottles, level 1 Neko.
I don't like it. And one time it even hit me in the eye, which caused me to get a black eye, but he always, was
what
like,
the fuck?
It's an accident. And I was like, oh yeah, it's an accident. Like, of course I'm not gonna think that, he's...
Yeah, it's an accident that it hit you in the eye. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I just... At the time, I just kind of was, I just brushed it off. And looking back now, I feel like that was kind of the start of him testing my boundaries, if that makes sense.
Yeah, maybe pelting fucking glass bottles at you. Maybe.
So that was already kind of starting to show signs within the first 6 months of me and him being close. And then, again, a very public situation. The end of 2022, the cover-up allegations happened. I mean, yeah, like I said, all that's public. You can find all that, see, like, what I said during...
Cover-up stuff. Rich Campbell? Do I have the right name?
Everything.
Am I thinking about the right thing?
After that happened, his behavior started getting a lot worse.
No, what am I thinking of? Different one. How many are there?
Which, I mean...
Oh, cover-up of Mizkussy. I don't know that or remember that.
I suppose it makes sense. He was very stressed. A lot of stuff was happening, but the bad behavior was ramping up, and I feel like it's so apparent. I feel like
he was accused of covering up sexual assault. But one I'm not familiar with, I guess.
You go back and watch anything from that time. I tried so hard to help him and be there for him because I really believed in him, and I wanted him to, get better and get back on his feet and be the person that, I always believed that he was. But that, unfortunately, did not really happen. For a long time, I think about 1.5 years from when that all happened, it was kind of like slow things getting worse, but I mean, honestly, I'm not even gonna bother going into the details of all of that because there's just too much to cover, and it's honestly kind of not really relevant to the rest of what I'm saying because the rest of what I want to say is a lot worse.
I gotta tell you, any of that shit happening around me, I'd peace out. I'd remove myself from such associations.
There was a point where things really took a turn for the worst. Like, it felt like you know, like a very delicate branch just kind of
My advice, have an absolute hard line of steel against any shit like that.
snapped. So, and again, a lot of people are like vaguely aware of this, but I'll explain it for people who aren't, you know, chronically tapped into all that stuff.
Thank you, because I'm not. Appreciate it.
So for a long time, after the like cover-up allegations happened, and he was like starting to kind of struggle on his stream.
So the crazy slick
he never wanted to
allegations.
stream at the same time as me. Like we really avoided it, and to me at the time it made sense because you know I was like, well, of course, like you know we share a lot of community members. If we're live at separate times, we're both gonna perform better. You know, it makes sense. But yeah, we were never really live doing the same thing at the same time for a long time, with the exception of like things like events or sponsors or like you know just special things. For a very long time, and a lot of you guys probably noticed that I would only usually stream on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. That was because of him. Okay. And now I stream whenever I want, but
to not compete.
The first time that we ever streamed at the same time was for the 2024 Rust Kingdoms event on Twitch.
Okay, here we go.
We were sharing drops, so it was the first time in a very long time that we were both going to be live at the same time doing the same thing, basically. I know you're probably like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? But it'll make sense in a bit. So I'm live, he's live, we're both streaming, and like I said, you can go find all of this. This is public. There are clips of this.
Yeah.
We're both streaming the Rust event, and I thought it was going really well. I thought everyone was having fun. I was like, oh, this is great. Everyone's, you know, doing the same thing at the same time. We're all hanging out. You know, we're gonna have fun. Like, I was really, really excited. And then I start seeing in my chat people start saying unofficial Mizkussy.
I have it.
And I'm like, what does that mean? And then I check my Discord messages, and he's messaging me. He's saying like, Emmy, you know, I'm gonna kill myself. I waited, or I'm gonna KMS. I waited so long for this, etc. And basically he was upset because I had higher viewership than him. That's literally it. I had higher viewership than him.
Fuck.
And like I said,
Okay. And apparently there is a receipt for this. Holy fucking shit. Away. What?
Today is the Rust server. Chat, I'm excited. We got some stuff, dude. We're gonna start talking to people again. We're gonna hang out a little bit.
got raw pork.
I'll fucking take it.
Would you like some raw pork?
Yeah, I'll fucking take raw pork. Hell yeah.
Enjoy.
So I thought,
Okay.
why not build a house up here?
She's catching up to him.
Yes. I can pay rent in your house.
Okay, let's do it. Yep. Oh, wait, check this out. Well, come here.
Ooh.
Not
Wait,
bad,
that's
huh?
the house?
Oh.
Wait, our houses literally look exactly the same.
Yep.
The music is pretty good. Yeah. Look, the music is coloring the perception, but he is very clearly grogged out.
Hello?
Yeah.
Imagine being fucking upset that you have 19,500 concurrents. I think Siffy's right. He's gonna kill himself.
I want to see Emmy. I can't believe you guys are making separate houses.
The biggest sweats, you retard.
They will come after you guys.
They're the
wipe them out,
biggest
but we
sweats.
can stop them early.
Yeah, let's go. Let's do it, dude. We'll join the resistance. You're spelling it wrong. Yeah, my bad.
Oh, fishing. He looks
I
like
hardly
prehistoric
slept last
SpongeBob.
That's why I seem tired.
Oof.
I'm honestly fucking tired, chat. I'll be honest. I'm pretty tired.
Literally just... The greatest pain he suffers isn't even seeing his friends succeed. It's seeing his girlfriend succeed above him.
Alright, chat. I'll see you guys later.
Come on.
I will see you guys probably tonight, if not tomorrow.
Is he gonna raid Emaru?
I just need a nap. I'm fucking zooted out of my mind.
What does unofficial Mizraid mean?
Guys,
Oh, he did?
Oh, he didn't raid, so they had to come over on their own.
Listen, why are we all acting like we haven't murdered? Like we haven't pillaged? Like we haven't had to do what we had to do to make it here where we... She had a one-hit advantage. She was coming after...
Holy fuck. The slam!
To make it here where we... She had a one-hit advantage. She was coming after me. I had to...
That's the fucking meat freezer. She's going in there afterwards.
What the fuck is this?
What are you... Was that a test?
You said...
Well, I have some cloth in my house.
Let me check my body.
Hey, it's the Mega Chad theme. It's the Mega Chad theme.
Go to the restroom real quick. I'll
There
be right
you
back.
Watch out.
Yeah, she's trapped now.
I wouldn't.
Look what I did.
I wouldn't go off camera if I were you.
Sick. Okay, I'm stuck in here. Okay, sick.
I'm gonna make some steps.
Hello, sorry. It's like 20 minutes. Oh. Hello. Avaragi, thanks for the sub. But alright, yeah, I'm gonna log out for now, but I'll probably come back later. And if not today then.
Yeah, he's fucked in the head. Already concluded. Like, you already know he's... That alone, like, she wins. He'd have to... I don't know what he could do.
This is during an event, so there were drops. Like, everyone knows when there's drops, like, it's not even fucking real, but... Yeah, he starts messaging me, he's really upset. I tried to tell him, I was like, bro, you should
Like, that's a glimpse of the soul.
come back and play. Everyone's having fun, everyone's like wondering where you are. But yeah, he ended his stream. And then I'm still live, you know, trying to act like nothing's wrong. And in that house, I had a glass door, so I could like see this was happening.
Oh god.
He was walking behind.
Imagine if it was like one of those videos. You know, the videos of the guys punching through windows and then you're just absolutely fucking slicing their veins.
Me, making sure that I knew he was there. And by the way, so there were many ways out of that house if he wanted to leave the house that were closer to his stream room. He intentionally chose the door that was right by my room. I feel like that's pretty apparent, at least to me. He starts walking behind my stream and slamming the door so loud that my noise gate can pick it up. So even people on my stream are able to hear this is happening. And he slams it so hard and so many times that the front door literally broke. The lock did not work anymore. It didn't work for months, and it would just make this horrible sound that I would have to hear like every fucking day. But anyway, so
Yeah, he was doing that to send you a message. It's fucked.
I hear him back there doing this, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I tell my stream, I'm like, hey, guys, I'll be right back. I get up and I go talk to him, and I'm like, hey, what's going on? And he's like, Emmy, like, I hate all you guys, like, all you guys do is just take from me, and like, I'm just done. Like, I'm just
You took my subscriber. You took my viewers. Nah.
done. And I was like, is this like really happening because of rush drops? And he was like, I don't know what else to do. He was like going off on me, like basically saying that he hated me. And I was like, well, I don't know what to do now. And he was like, go finish your stream so that people don't know anything's wrong. And I stop in the bathroom outside my stream room, and I'm like, you know, checking my makeup, trying to make sure people can't tell that I was like crying. And I'm only in there for like 30 seconds. And he comes and like looms in the doorway. He's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, oh,
I'm not laughing at her. I clicked on a link to a picture of myself. What the... Alright. Okay.
just checking my makeup. So I go back and I stream for a couple hours to finish the stream. Do my best to just like, you know, carry on the show basically. And yeah, after that, like I said, was when things started to get really fucking bad. It was like something just snapped.
You know, if you're a streamer dating a streamer, and your boyfriend or girlfriend is performing significantly better than you. You know what you do, right? You know the actual reaction to that. You got to make sure you tell them they're paying next time you eat out.
For the rest of the week, he streamed the Rust event. He got all the drop viewers. I'm sure he was very happy. I mean, good for him. And during that time, I obviously was like thinking and processing a lot of what happened. But I mean, it was a lot because this person was at the time like kind of it was like my partner and my best friend and like the only person that like I really talked to ever, like at least off stream. So I mean, it was a lot. But the very next stream, I went live about a week after that. And
he wanted he wanted her to be his Leia. He wanted her to be the Leia to his Jabba the Hutt. Just have her in a cage in the corner so that all her viewers would come to him.
That I was planning to move because I knew that I would have to move. So I was like, okay, I have to go live and say this so that, you know, kind of force myself to commit to it. Right? Does that make sense? Obviously, I didn't move out right away, but after like all of that Rust stuff happened was when the other domestic abuse stuff really started. He would destroy furniture in front of me. He would throw things in front of me and near me. Destroy walls. Again, you can go see this in some of his VODs in his bedroom. The holes in the wall. There would be times where he was upset at me, and I would go to my stream room and literally lock myself in to get away from him. And he would be banging on the door and screaming at me. And at the time, he also would more often do things like going, like if we were driving in the car together, he would be going like 150 miles an hour. And like one time he even said like, well, now we're both gonna die.
I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at her. I'm laughing at something I remembered. In the current UK Married at First Sight, one of the guy's comments on his wife was, she's just, going at like 100 miles per hour. I hope she doesn't go up to 1,000 miles per hour. And that just plays in my head anytime someone mentions speed.
Like threatening to kill both of us. And this wasn't like even necessarily because of me or like because of something I did a lot of the time. Like one of the times that it happened, it was because we were just getting food and he was on his phone and he saw that Mr.
He saw that his egg roll was smaller than the one they gave me. He kept yelling "fuck the Chinese" as he slammed the gas.
And it was because we were just getting food and he was on his phone and he saw that Mr. Beast had put out a video and Mr. Beast had invited
to be fair,
streamer and he was like, oh.
I am overcome with rage every time I see a Mr. Beast upload. That's relatable.
Mr. Beast invited this guy to his video, not me, and I was like, oh well, huh, yeah, I guess so. Which led to him
I have this.
Going 150 miles per hour in the car and talking about killing himself while doing it. Then at home, other things would happen, like I'd be trying to sleep and he would scream at me.
He just kept yelling, "Let's see how fast this bad boy could go. I'm a Bam Margera pilled speed cell."
And say that it was all my fault that he felt insecure. There was a time that I walked into a room that he was in, and as soon as he saw me there, he threw his phone at the dresser and started yelling because I had posted a YouTube video within the same couple of days as him, and mine was doing better. So basically, I felt
people throwing stuff can be pretty fucking spooky. When I was a wee lad of 14, the first girl I ever dated had like a temper and would fucking like full on pelt her phone at me, throw her phone at walls, hit stuff, hit me. It's pretty spooky.
I felt like I was kind of stuck in a loop where I felt like I had to constantly perform and like prove my value to not be thrown away.
And that shit was a Nokia.
If I ever performed too well, I was gonna be punished for it. And it just felt like a very rough situation to be stuck in because, I mean, streaming is my hobby and my job. Like, it's a huge part of my life, even before, I met him and became like a larger creator. And I remember thinking all the time how it felt like he hated me, but he still wanted me around for his channel and like his thumbnails and everything.
Oof.
And this is still before I moved out. There was a time where
Holy fuck, Ed Gein, but with thumbnail shots.
it was the tension in the house was so unbearable that I would sneak out and I would sneak into Esfan's house using my code. And Esfan didn't know why I was doing this. He saw me a couple times. I'd be like, oh, I'm just gonna go take a nap in your guest room. He'd be like, yeah, that's fine. I would sneak into Esfan's house just to have some time of like peace and quiet. But eventually, he figured out where I was going, and he would go over to Esfan's house to keep telling me off. And there was a time that he did it, and I was laying in the guest room bed, and one of the roommates in that house had
She said earlier on that she canceled Halloween.
like while I was crying, and they were standing in the corner, and he came in, and he was very physically aggressive. He was like, Emmy, like, what are you doing? Like, angry. And then as soon as he turned and saw this other person standing there, he instantly, like, deflated and changed his tone. He was like, oh, Emmy, I was wondering where you were. Like, are you coming home? And, that roommate, like, later asked me about it, and they were like, what the fuck was that? Like, are you okay? And I was just like, oh, it's nothing, because I felt like a lot of the reason that I didn't...
So, like, he's just cooked. Like, I'm aware that there's going to be some sort of sexual assault allegation coming later. But, like, even if that wasn't a thing coming, he's just cooked.
Tell the people around me was because I felt like no one would understand, or even if they understood, it would just be a burden to them, because all of our streams and social circles and communities are so intertwined. I was like, maybe it's just better for me to deal with this and like hope things get better, basically. I honestly don't even remember what the final straw was that I finally was like, okay, it's time to go. Like, I prepared the house that I lived in before this one, like, pretty much immediately after the, like, breaking the front door thing happened, but I was still, like,
good,
scared and unsure. So I don't remember what the final straw was, but I remember the day I took Cheddar to the house, because he just randomly started, like, screaming at Cheddar.
Rabbit?
Like, get that fucking cat out of my house.
Oh,
so
it's a cat.
I just
Okay.
grabbed Cheddar and put him in my car, and grabbed his litter box and took him there. And I just
That's, yeah, Avalon Chud. So he saw another man in the bedroom with his girlfriend and got less angry. That is technically true.
There and never took him
Or maybe just as angry but submissive.
back to that house. And then I think like within several days after that was when I finally moved out. It was on very short notice. Like I said, I don't even remember what the final straw was because so many things happened, but there was a time when I just knew. I called some movers. I said, hey, can you come tomorrow? And they were like, yeah, and then I literally moved the next day. Moving out into the last house that I lived in was a huge step mentally because, like I said, a big part of why I moved into the first house in Texas in the first place was because I felt like it was the safest option for me because, you know, I am a girl where it's like kind of scary for me to be living alone. So it was very hard, and at the time, even though like all these other things had already happened, I was very hopeful.
Staying with Miskiff is like choosing the bear.
That me and him could be cordial and like.
Except staying with Miskiff is like you're presented with the hypothetical. Would you rather be alone in the woods or have a bear there with you and picking the bear? Eventually,
like things would be fine, at least publicly, like for stream reasons that, you know, everyone could just keep streaming like nothing had happened. And, you know, at the time I thought that would be the best thing to do. And I felt like if I, you know, separated myself from him without explaining anything, people that watched us wouldn't understand and would attack me. I was yeah, I mean, it ended up happening anyway. So but yeah, after I moved out, we, like I said, still kept in contact. I had hope that somehow things would get better. He would always beg for me to come back, and he would promise therapy and change and like even talk to other people and like.
That's how they get you, though. They promise therapy, but they're actually just mispronouncing the rapey.
Kind of present like, oh, I want to change. I want to be better for Emmy or whatever, you know? There was a short period in October where we had broken up because, I mean, honestly, it doesn't matter now. And when that happened, I honestly felt relieved because I was like, okay, finally, it's like on his terms. So that means he'll be satisfied and he'll be able to say it was his choice and he'll leave me alone. Because whenever I would try to push for it, it just felt like I couldn't like really sever it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, you got dominated.
I mean, obviously, hence me doing the stream. That was not the end of it.
No offense, but she does come off as a bit of a pushover.
A week after this breakup, he asked to come over to my house and talk from closure.
Nah.
He came to my house.
Nah.
And, I was.
No. You can call me.
Crying like crazy because the emotions were just very high because I was dealing with a lot of major shifts in my life as a result of me attempting to start to try to distance myself from him. He, so yeah, we were just talking and I was crying a lot. He started to try to comfort me by hugging me while I was sitting on the couch. And holding me really close to him. And when this was happening, we hadn't talked in quite a while, and I'm usually very uncomfortable with being touched a lot by people that I'm not in a relationship with. But I let him hold me while I was crying.
Well, I mean, and he's someone you dated for some amount of time, so it's not like you're doing it with a stranger. It's someone you've done it with before.
And he started.
So it's not going to feel the same.
Kissing me in my face, and I let him do it. I was still sobbing a lot.
Okay, so that sounds like cheeks and stuff. That sounds like not on the lips.
And then, suddenly, he tried to climb on top of me and aggressively shoved his hand down my pants. And, I screamed.
People were writing about this. And they made it sound like they were full-on kissing. The way she describes it makes it sound like she was being very passive, and he was... The way she says kissing in her face makes it sound like he was, like, kissing, like, around and on her face, and it does not sound like a reciprocated kiss. Does indeed sound like him just pushing when she wasn't doing anything and was distraught. Which is very different to the way people have been characterizing it on Twitter, or at least the people I've seen.
Yeah. And when I screamed, he jumped off me.
Yeah.
Like a cat, like. And instead of apologizing or checking if I was okay, he said, "I feel weird now. I feel like I did something wrong. I have to go." And he immediately left my house while I was still crying.
Yeah, this is like, people on Twitter are characterizing it like a natural escalation and stuff. No, this is someone who was stun locked, being pushed on real hard. This is absolutely what she's described as absolutely being taken advantage of. This isn't like she went along with it and then regretted it. This is, he was doing all of it and just didn't feel able to stop him in the moment, is what it sounds like to me.
Checking if I was okay or anything, and at the time, I was still making excuses for him, and I was still afraid of causing trouble for other streamers around us, or like, you know, making things weird for viewers. I know that probably sounds...
Yeah, Hex, that is a fair way to put it. He was having sex at her. Yes.
Crazy, but like, I just felt this pressure, like I had to try to keep things together, if that makes sense. I felt like I'd caused trouble for so many other people if I ever said anything bad about him, or if I caused rifts in our friend group or streamer group. I tried to stay on good terms with him and hold everything in, and also I still...
People are saying shit like, well, how do you think sex normally happens? You start kissing and then you escalate. You don't, like, kiss someone who's just, like, sitting there and not reciprocating and then move on if they don't stop you. No. It's very different.
And I still at that point had hope that, things would get better and that, you know, he would improve. And, he'd also always hammer into me how he never physically abused me because he never hit me. And he would coach me and tell me to tell people or other streamers who were asking about it because they were concerned. He would say, tell them that I never hit you. Make sure that they know that I never hit you.
I'd also agree with her. That's very much behavior that's cause for concern regarding how he might behave with other people. Yeah.
Around the same time, this was during OnlyFans 2, so I guess like December-ish. He would often message me in the middle of my streams and berate me.
This is super rare. I think this is, as it stands, my assessment is that this is legit.
This is him in WoW because he thought it would make people think that I was better than him. And again, like I said earlier, I felt like I was stuck in a constant loop where I had to perform well to not be thrown away. But if I performed too well, I was going to be punished. And I actually wanted to show some of those messages.
Am I fucked in the head?
There's obviously a lot of these things.
I hear her describing that situation. And you know what comes to mind immediately? That would be like a good roguelike. Or a roguelite, a modern roguelite. You're a streamer girl stuck living with an abusive boyfriend, and you have to, like, whatever the gameplay is, you're trying to perform well on the stream, but there's a minimum performance, and then if you perform too much, like if you don't perform well enough, you don't have enough money to eat. If you perform too well, your boyfriend starts killing you. So it's a roguelike where you have to stay in the sweet spot, and then modifiers might change the upper and lower thresholds and stuff.
Yeah, I'm not gonna fully read these out because
I think you could even just call it sweet spot.
I feel like I want to show them to like kind of show what I'm saying.
And you know
I am planning to probably.
It would be like the Clover Pit room, except it's her streamer room.
Post the VOD of this somewhere, so if you want to read this later.
Oh fuck! And it happens in rounds like Clover Pit, and if you're not like if you're pushing too high for a round, the warning that you're doing too well is you can hear Mizkussy banging in the background.
That's fine, I guess. And again, this was all happening while I was live. You can literally go find the stream and see me trying to deal with this while I'm live in the middle of a dungeon, trying to just play the fucking game.
The real dungeon was your house. Tank Emmy, do it. Let me handle all the hate. Wait, what? Tank Emmy, do it. Let me handle all the hate. The criticism, the "you're worse than Emmys," the "Emmy is so much better," the people saying you're better in every chat, the comparisons, since nobody will be on my side. Let me deal with it. You have fun. I asked you to not become a tank, and you didn't listen. And now it's the classic, what was I supposed to do? I'm not dealing with this. Pete.
Oh fuck, I think I...
Now we're the same class, same thing, tanks. Dude. Don't dude me. I asked for one thing with you. Don't be a tank. And now you're tanking. What can I do? What the fuck am I supposed to do? Don't tank. Yep. There it is. I'm playing the game. So that preceded what I already read. He's talking about World of Warcraft. Talking about OnlyFans.
Tank Emmy, do it. Let me handle all the hate, the criticism, that you're worse than Emmys. The Emmy is so much better. The people saying you're better in every chat. The comparisons is nobody will ever be on my side. Like I said, you can go find the stream. But for context...
Imagine leaving a paper trail with a woman you're treating like this, of you crying about being worse than her in a video game.
I was playing Warrior.
Like, he's a fucked awful person apparently, but he's also fucking retarded as well. Like I said, the only silver lining is that he's this dumb.
In World of Warcraft, in like a level 24 dungeon, it was like Silverpine. Like, it was just like, it wasn't even like, it was like dog shit gameplay, I'm gonna be honest. Like, so, yeah, yeah,
looks like 30th of November,
that later,
2024.
I suppose, if,
It was very small, I couldn't quite tell.
yeah, like I said before, hold on. I was constantly trying so hard to compromise with him because I wanted to be cool and I wanted us to be able to coexist. And
My girlfriend's definitely better than me at Fortnite Lego.
the same streaming sphere, and
I think I'm better than her at regular Fortnite only because I think she'd freak out in a battle royale.
but I felt like I could never win, and he hated
Like,
my
would
whole
panic.
existence. Like, ever since that one stream where I had like a little bit more viewers than him, and he would say that it was my fault that his stream was dying because most of his viewers liked me, and whenever he hit on another girl, they would be confused or not take it seriously because they knew that me and him were together privately. And he said
What?
if he would be able to hit on other girls and convince them that it was real, he would get his career back.
What
That was
the
like, started within
what?
the last couple of weeks that we spoke to each
I
other.
don't even fucking I don't even okay. A lot of the time I can understand a demented person's reasoning. Like, you can understand it's demented, but like get what they think. I don't understand that. That just sounds like a lie to her.
He started saying terrible things to me about other streamers in Austin.
Do I also punch the wall? No, I just smash my face into it because I'm real clumsy.
Particular one specific streamer who I know there's a lot of people that know he has beef with certain streamers. It was not one of those streamers. It was someone who to this day has been nothing but nice to him. He would say horrible things about this person, like about them in their stream, and it was very hard to listen to. And just in general, he would say horrible things about other streamers in Austin, like, I quote, "I hate everyone here. You are all useless to me. You're worthless to me because it does nothing for my stream anymore to collab with any of you." And
Bro, even if what he did was much more minor, he set himself for everyone to try and tear him to pieces if he ever misstepped. But he's been saying all this and is genuinely a piece of shit. Is he suicidal?
him saying that was the final straw for me. The day that he said that to me about other people was the first day that I ever, for the first time, started to ignore his calls and messages. And because of that, he even threatened to come to my house if I didn't answer. But I did end up calling him back, and I spoke to him, and I basically told him that I felt like I could finally see things for what they were.
Yeah, I do see that as iffy. Is he like a worshipper of Tzinch? Ah yes, I've been pushed into a situation where I need to kill myself, just as planned.
And he started panicking, and he was super apologetic, and he was
You've
saying,
fallen
"Don't
into
lose
my
me,"
trap of setting things up for me to kill myself.
wasn't the first time that he did something like that and was like, you know, basically begging me not to leave. But that was definitely the most extreme time. And again, like I said, I always had the hope that things would be cordial, or that, you know, we could be fine with each other. So I agreed, and we agreed we were going to talk about all of that. We talked about it about a week later, and instead of apologizing for anything, he basically told me that he realized he needed to go to Japan and LA to get his viewership back up, and he was basically too young to focus on friendships and relationships.
Like, he said it like he needs to have. He doesn't mean do these things because people will be interested. He thinks he's gonna go like harvest viewers.
And it was
I'm going to Japan to eat a bunch of shit from 7-Eleven.
I mean, despite...
You know what I'm really hyped for? I bet. You know what I think is going to be real fucking good in Japan? Oden. I think Oden is going to be good as hell.
Everything, like I said, I still cared about him, so it was still hard, and...
Nah, I'm not going to live stream in Japan, but I will be recording content.
I mean, it was like a mix of feelings, you know, like, I was devastated, but I was also so relieved. But because of the past incidents, during, like, other fights, and, times I would try to separate myself from him.
Maybe.
Well,
they love eggs, but I'm not orange on the inside, so... Speaking of loving eggs... Let me show you something. Here's the here's the Japan away screen that Lucky Bee made for me. Oh, she sent a link. We got a palette cleanser. Lucky Bee's delivering the palette cleanser. Bro, are you fucking serious? Holy fucking shit. Jesus Christ. Oh.
During those times of him manipulating me into staying close with him and giving him more chances, sexually assaulting me, the abuse, and just him generally not being a very nice person. After that, I decided that the only solution and way for me to move forward, I made the hard decision.
Do you want to, by the way, there's something else I can do for you. There's a video about eating rice with your... I made a video about people eating rice with their hands, and then more specifically eating biryani with their hands. And I've been looking into the practice of eating rice with your hands and other food in general. And it led me to watching and reading about India. And in the video is a clip from, I think, an anthropologist. Here's a little spoiler of the video that goes up later.
Very often in southern India, you will find people who very quickly be able to lick all the way from their elbows to their wrists if there's something running down. And that's just part of the eating process.
Like, it's fucking, like, it's actually fucking unbelievable. There's a point where it's like, no, this isn't fucking racism. It's just actually gross. Like, you're cleaning yourself like a cat.
But I know now for sure the right one was to finally completely cut contact with him. I knew it'd be very hard because our careers and our communities were so intertwined, but I knew that I had to do it and that there was no other choice.
And then the footage at the end of that guy saying that is someone scooping up literal, like, almost liquid in their hand and it, like, running through it and going, like, fucking.
So, I have not spoken to him since January of this year. It's been 10 months. But, you think that's the end? It is, unfortunately not. I haven't spoken to him since January of this year. It only took a couple of weeks, but soon the messages started. He has attempted to contact me over 40 times individually this year in individual texts, Discord messages.
It's my favorite tabletop game, Mizkussy 40 times.
Instagram DMs and phone calls. And, I'm just gonna show those.
By the way, that clip I played you about licking from their elbow to their wrist, it's part of a mini documentary about how skillful Indians are at eating with their hands and how impressive it is that they can do it. The glazing is fucked and it's been insane for years.
And at first, it started simple. It'd be confusing messages or like him expressing he was worried about things.
Okay.
Like at first it wasn't anything weird.
Is his name Matt Kiff? Okay, here we go. I would simply show them one by one.
This is not someone who loves or cares about you.
Okay. They're all here. Can you please answer my phone? Says the egg. Hold up. I accept it now. For years they said Gamergate was responsible for everything, including Trump. We laughed and called them deluded, but were they? Now that the White House is posting Halo memes and trading bats with GameStop, the truth is undeniable. Gamers won. You better be fucking joking. Say psych right now.
Ultimate Red Worm Yokumo fed the streamer $2 Superberry. Verlisify is celebrating Wolfie VGC quitting Pokemon.
I see, and that's the person I should watch a video on, yes? June the King video? Was it? The posts are real. The sentiment is delusional. Bam.
And keep in mind, this is only things that he sent to me. I can't document all the things that people told me that he was saying. And,
Oh, she's not gonna, like... Okay, I'm sorry. Not a day has gone by in these last 4 months where your final words to me. Don't go. Haven't echoed in my heart. I walked out your door thinking I knew what I wanted, but I was wrong. I told myself I needed to be alone, that I had missed out on being single in my 30s. I convinced my... That's shit people say about, like, their late teens and early 20s, right? Not 30s. Those are my fucking singles year. I convinced myself I needed this. So it's just a typo, okay. I convinced myself I needed space, freedom, distance, but the truth is I was afraid. Afraid of commitment. Afraid of what it meant to truly let someone in, and even someone as beautiful and kind as you. So I tried to protect myself in the worst way possible. I pushed you away. Mizkussy is a zoner. Mizkussy is a zoner. He throws phones at people to keep them at a distance. I told myself lies to justify it. See, when he tried to grapple her, it didn't work because he doesn't have command grabs. I said a relationship would hold me back. I said I didn't want to be with just one person, but those weren't truths. So the thing he said about other streamer girls was him lying to her to explain away him trying to cheat. I would suggest.
Side note, I guess. I would like to highlight this message because doesn't really matter, but I ran it through
Amaru, come on.
Checker. And,
Amaru,
all the
please.
highlights,
Amaru, please. Amaru, please.
Like I said, doesn't really matter. I just thought it was interesting. But yeah. Like I said at first, the messages were just simple things, like him saying he was worried about things or saying no one was talking to him, which I don't think was even true at the time. I think he was just saying that to try to guilt me into responding to him. I'm not sure about that, of course.
He kept writing, Amaru, I'm sorry I tried to assault you. You were just looking so much like Will Stancil.
This also extended to in-person interactions, because initially I made the mistake of thinking that I only had to cut him off through private communication and, you know, we would be fine going to the same events and parties and such. I also had to start, hold on, I'm still fucking sick. I made the mistake of thinking that I only had to cut him off through personal, private communication, but I also had to start avoiding going to the same parties or places I was worried he'd be in person. Because this was after he came back from his first trip to
If I ever went to India, I would 100% get rabies.
Japan. There was a party that I
I'm
attended
getting
several
bitten
months
by a
after I first
streetie,
had no contact with
100%.
him. I was aware that he would be there, and I thought it'd be fine. I thought it wouldn't be a big deal. I thought I'll just let him have his space. I'll have my space. You know, it's not a big deal. We're adults, right? During this party, I felt like he was following me around and monitoring me, but I thought that I was just being paranoid. I was like, it's probably just in your head. I was hanging out with Nick and Catchy and a couple other friends. And at some point, Nick was like, it's too fucking loud down here. Let's go upstairs. No one's upstairs. Let's just go, you know, chill in a room and like talk where it's not so loud. And I was like, okay. So they, as a group, went upstairs first without me, but it took me a bit longer to get up there because someone like stopped me and was talking to me. And I did feel like, I mean, he was like standing pretty close to that person. I felt like he was watching me, but again, I thought I was just being paranoid. But I went upstairs. I was hanging out with Nick and Catchy, and you know,
Fucking phasmophobia, but it's not a djinn. It's Mizkussy.
know, our other friends. And then about 30 minutes later, the room that we're in, the door opens. It's Miz. He opens the door, makes eye contact with me, goes, "Ooh," and then closes the door and leaves. And I was like, what the
For some fucking Five Nights at Freddy's death scene.
fuck? But again, I was still trying my best to, you know, give
The
the
door
benefit
ran out of
of
batteries.
the doubt. Like, you know, maybe it's just like an awkward situation or something. But
He opened the door and said, "You are not my Ahiga," and left.
couple months later, the person that he was hanging out with that night reached out to me privately and was apologizing. And I was like, why? And they're like, I just felt like I had to apologize to you because I felt so bad and so embarrassed of what was going on. Like, yes, he wanted to see what you were doing. He was saying, like, I want to go see what's upstairs, and he was checking every room. And then after he opened the room that you were in with Nick, he closed the door and started laughing. And then he just wanted to talk about, you know, how you guys broke up for the next, like, however many hours of the night. So I was like, wow, okay, that's good to know, I guess. The next story, that I want to tell involves what happened to me, Valkyrie, and Cinna earlier this year when we were attacked at the Santa Monica Pier.
I saw that,
Because,
yeah.
that was obviously... Hold on, let me close all these fucking texts. I don't want to look at them. They're still on my desktop.
Is this related?
Where was I? Yeah, so, yeah, it happened March 3rd of this year. A lot of people were talking about it, talking about how me, Ray, and Cinna were attacked. Which was not an issue. Like, we had no issue with that. Like, obviously, it's big news. People are gonna talk about it. It should be talked about. We had, like, no issues with anyone talking about it and covering it, and that included him. I was fine with that. He joined in on that whole thing of people going live to talk about it. And again, I'd like to remind people at this point, we were already a couple months into me being no contact with him, making it clear I didn't want anything to do with him.
Mm-hmm.
And so during this stream, he was covering what happened to me, Ray, and Cinna.
Sorry, did you hear about the Tyler visiting India video at the Poop Festival? That people were trying to say was AI?
He decided that he was going to tell more of my personal stalker stories that I've never personally talked about or shared publicly myself. And one of these stories was one that, like, no one knew at all, and, like, it just felt so shitty because at the time that those things happened, like, you know, all the people that lived in that area together, we all came together and we all kind of decided, and this was heavily pushed by him, we should never talk about this because, you know, people are gonna be weird, it puts Emmy in more danger, and, you know, gives people ideas, so we're never gonna talk about it.
Right.
But, you know, of course, as soon as there's some big drama that he's not involved in, and he finds a way.
No. I know it wasn't AI, but the people were coping, saying it's AI.
To bring up, oh, I was there for something that happened to Emmy. He does it. He was on a stream talking about these personal stories of mine, and I caught wind of it.
You know what you do in response to that? You don't even go like, oh, it's only this one place or whatever. You go, yeah, it's fucking gross, and then you name the place, and you go like, this place's traditions are just fucking gross. They're disgusting over there. Make it about that place without getting defensive.
It was also so frustrating not saying anything at this time, because the way he told those stories, he kind of framed himself as like the hero. He was like, oh, I held the stalker at gunpoint.
Could be good, Pilkington.
No. The only person who ever came into contact face-to-face with that stalker before the police came was Bonnie. Bonnie is the person who found that guy outside, went inside, told everyone, called the police. The police came. All Miz did was he stood far away from the front door, behind glass and metal, with a gun. Yeah, I mean, I understand. Still very scary, but why are you acting like if anyone deserves credit for that, it's Bonnie. Like, it's literally stolen valor. I'm so glad I finally get to say that, because she is the one who, like, kept everyone in those two houses safe, not him. Anyway, back to the original thing, the Ray and Cinna stuff. I was obviously panicking. Like, I just had this horrible thing happen to me the night before. It was like huge, like public, millions of people seeing it. And then my crazy ex-boyfriend is going live talking about more of my personal stuff. And I'm like crying. And
can you say something good about India? There's some cool buildings there.
Cinna and Ray are like, what's wrong? And I tell them, and I'm like panicking. I'm like, I need to call so-and-so, I need to call so-and-so, I need to call so-and-so. Like these different people that I was like, they can contact him, because I did not want to contact him. So, Ray, Cinna, some of me and Miz's mutual business partners, and Asmongold were all messaging him to stop. And by the way, Asmongold told me that he tried to call Miz while he was talking, and it rang 3 times and then hung up, which means that he saw it, and he just wanted to be able to keep talking, because, yeah, anyway, just a little note.
Pilkington,
I don't know exactly what, like, the...
Let me grab an invite for you. It's in the, I have to get it from the Twitch chat, because that's the only place where I have a bot. Ooh. Asmund is the adult in all of this is like a fucking horrifying is a horrifying statement.
Other people said to him, but Ray and Cinna told me that they were messaging him being like, bro, like, stop, what are you doing? Like, why are you doing this? And
you can come in, anyone can come into the Discord. Is this the only place I have the bot that gives you the link is in the Twitch chat. Where I've been at it.
He was messaging them, who were also equally as traumatized as me, of course. They had gone through the same thing. Oh, what am I doing wrong? I'm letting people know what, girls go through. Was that your job? Well, anyway, yeah, that all happened a couple of months into me being no contact with him.
By the way, sorry to interrupt the video with unrelated things again as well. But yeah, a lot of people can't handle being in the Discord. Just know that if someone's bullying you, I won't stop them. So
yeah, he was arguing with Ray and Cinna.
Just be sure you want to hang out in there.
You're making it worse. He finished talking about my stuff and then reacted to Cinna and Ray's whole stream where they were crying, addressing their communities. Made sure to react to that and then immediately went offline. So yeah, that was a terrible weekend. I got threatened to be stabbed, and then the next day, my weird ex was going live trying to self-insert so that he could make sure to farm his own clips. After that incident, his attempts to talk to me only ramped up, which I showed those texts. He went back to Japan, and during that trip, he was texting and calling me, trying to call me quite a lot, begging me to take him back. And at the same time, I heard that
car cable that snapped. I came to that conclusion pretty much instantly. seeing his demeanor and a glimpse into what kind of person he is, even just with the Rust stuff, was enough to be like, yeah, I tend to believe that kind of person behaves like this.
He was reaching out to quite a few other streamers who know both of us, and he was crying to them about how he wanted to get back together and how he thought someday we would reconnect and eventually get married. I don't think he even meant that, but I hope not, but I assume he did that with the hope that they would relay the messages back to me since I wasn't talking to him. And, I mean, some of them did. I also had a couple other streamers report to me that he would obsessively watch my stream, and not in a like, oh, I wonder what Emmy's doing right now way, or like having my stream open. Like, he would be obsessively and attentively hate watching my stream, like watching my stream and just saying horrible things almost every time that I've been live this year.
Maybe scared that you'll talk. What is this? It's gonna be more Gamergate stuff, isn't it? Oh, fuck me. This is big Gamergate Mount Rushmore comic vibes. Oh.
And they tell me that he would want to discuss how he believed I still wanted him. Interesting, considering I never replied. And he would ask other guys if they thought I had slept with anyone this year.
Oh, fucking Christ.
And then they told me he would say stuff like, no, there's no way she's done that. She's not like that. And she's probably waiting for me. Just really fucking gross stuff like that.
Yeah, Sex Freakman, there are people in there who will directly, like, fight with you. I don't mean, like, you'll see a meme and then cry and leave. I mean, if you can't drop a fight, you might, I don't know.
And a couple of streamers in LA also told me that he was telling people that me and him still talk all the time, but we simply weren't together anymore because I was too mature and I was not ready. I was too immature. But yeah, you can see from the messages I showed.
Absolute
sure if,
projectoid.
I mean, people can go back and read them. He was begging me to take him back for the majority of this year, which was 7 or 8 months total. And like I said, some of the messages were...
You guys have told me this response is horrendous, but this is high level. Like, what could he even respond with to get out of this? He'd have to have like an alternate explanation for all the clips of him being a freak. And we're in territory of he'd have to prove the messages are fake. That's like that's the only thing that could get him out of it.
Or even I believe ChatGPT. Not that it really matters, it's just interesting, right? As of today, it's been about 2 months since he has attempted to contact me directly. I think because about 2 months ago was when he started kind of getting scared that I might have been like, you know, telling people things, which again, I wasn't going on my way to do it, but if anyone ever asked me, I wasn't gonna lie to them. Okay. I mentioned this at the beginning before I started like fully telling the story. I heard from my friends, other streamers, and my employees that he had cooked up a plot that if I ever tried to talk about him,
she said
like,
this
about
earlier,
the abuse or anything else, he would try to go live and say that I killed my rabbits. And I was told that he approached several streamers who were around us a lot when we lived together and asked if they would basically back him up, and they refused. Obviously, they're not insane. And even something happened this weekend at TwitchCon.
He was drunk. Yeah, classic. Alcohol. First, it makes you jealous, right?
One of my employees told me he went up to them and he threatened them, saying, "If Emmy ever tries to talk about me, I will destroy her."
Those are my
viewers. That means. And within the same night, he also texted one of my best friends, and he would have known that I would have been with this girl. He texted her saying, "Hey,
The Piscator, there's no way he says she hit him. If she hit him, the evidence of that happening would be her having a broken hand. Look at that. She's made of papier-mâché.
Worried about her. Hope she's okay. You know, right after he just said to my employee and other people that he was going to try to destroy my life. Yeah, all in the same night. And, yeah, that was Saturday, so that pretty much leads us to today. I feel like it's clear I've spent the last year of my life cutting him off and building a new life with people that actually care about me and doing my best to move on peacefully without causing any drama. I did not want to do this.
Oh, Siffy, that's very common. People think the media you publish wearing your face means the media is imbued with the properties of you. So the media is now you, and it's a person, and the media has to be treated like a person. It's the opposite. Having the media you put out there wear your face means you no longer have the protections that you otherwise would. You've transmogrified your person into media and have opened the doors.
A lot of other creators actually told me that after his other allegations in 2022, if I wasn't the first...
When you do that, you're only protected by other people's desire to be able to put themselves online and not get ripped apart. That's the only thing you're protected by, other people's fear.
Person to stand up for him and start appearing on his channel again, they do not think that they would have gone back to helping him with his content. So I always tried to keep things private.
Your media, Rick, true.
Had hope that things would get better. You know, tried to be supportive, and my thanks that I got for all of that was abuse and resentment. And for all of 2025, all of this year, harassment and hatred from him and his community, while he was the whole time secretly begging for me to take him back behind the scenes. I've taken a lot of steps already, as I said, it's apparent. I've taken a lot of steps to restructure my life and be a lot more careful about who I help and who I invest my time and my care into. And I'm doing a lot better now, but I felt like this was a necessary stream because, like I said at the very beginning, I have heard that he has done things to other people that aligned with some of my own experiences, so I felt like it would be wrong for me to keep holding on to all this information.
Messaging people I've heard are also victims of my ex. I knew that'd happen.
Stayed for way too long, and I thought that I could help, and I unfortunately learned that I couldn't, but I worked really hard to have the life that I have now with my friends, my family, my pets, and my community, and I'm so grateful for how things are now. It was very difficult, but I'm very proud of myself for making the choices that I did to end up where I am now. And
in a room full of Kirby's.
Yeah, that's my story of dealing with abuse, psychological and domestic abuse, sexual assault, and stalking, and being threatened on if, you know, I ever talked about it. And this whole time, it's been kind of hidden in plain sight away from hundreds of thousands of people.
He's gonna drop the bunny lore now, surely.
And, yeah. I know that me saying all of this probably isn't gonna make him or what's left of his community leave me alone, but sorry, voice crack. I know talking about this probably won't make him or sorry.
She straight up morphs into a 12-year-old boy with the voice
probably
crack.
Won't make him or what
That's
remains of his
real
community
weird.
leave me alone, but I'm at least glad that people will be aware of all of this now, and I won't have to feel like I'm hiding a terrible dark secret anymore. And it's all out there now. And I also want to make it clear that not everyone that I interact with or that I'm friends with knew the extent of the things that were happening. And a lot of streamers didn't really know anything at all, but I mean, like I said before, people aren't stupid. I think it's pretty clear that a lot of people knew that things were happening, and like I said, you have to remember, it's not just me. A lot of people have told me that they have their own, you know, grievances with him. But for the people who did know about this...
Oh, Tonberry. Oh, Tonberry. Oh, no.
Thank you for being there for me through all of this and supporting me and cheering me on. And there were a lot of people as well who, even though they didn't know anything, without asking any questions, they still...
Okay, I think that's enough. It's the outro. Ms. Kiff responded. I don't know what he can do. I do not know what he can do. Not a. Put yourself in his shoes. She'd have to be telling a bunch of lies for you to be okay. And I do not think she is. I do not think she is.
Yo. Is this goodbye? No. It's not goodbye. Not at all. Yo. Yo. Explain yourself? I will. Promise you. We're not playing Marvel Rivals today. Tom, think this up. Appreciate it.
We're not playing Marvel Rivals today. We're playing fucking Rust. Finally, my chance.
Hey, new viewer here. Why is everyone?
What up, walnuts?
Yo, Miz.
A death sentence. Starting off by chewing into your fucking microphone. Death sentence.
Are you starting your right-wing grift? It's getting close. Yo. What up?
Like, holy...
Yo, what up?
Like, actually making me upset. Stop it.
46 months crazy.
Yo, Fulton, thank you for the sub. Expose everything, bro. It's time to go full demon time. It's clearly obvious. At this point, it's full demon time. Why not?
Don't say it fucking again.
It is time to go full demon time.
Don't say it again.
Just letting you know. There is no holding back. Who cares anymore? I will expose everything about every person that you've ever known. And it is time to go full demon time.
Fucking stop it. Jesus Christ.
Why not?
Don't tell me I subbed this long for nothing.
Let's watch the world burn.
Okay, what do you have?
Here, I'm taking out a sub-only mode.
The only way you can follow through on that is if you know about like an OTK CP ring or something.
There you go. What's up, chat? Let's watch the world fucking burn. If people want to act like this...
At least he didn't say he's going goblin.
You know, I see some people saying some very obtuse things. We can watch the world burn. Fuck it. Obtuse, yes. There's some people that are saying some pretty crazy things that I was seeing. I haven't even gone on Twitter. I saw other things. I'm like, damn. But I've been around for 10 years now. A lot of you guys know. I am pretty far away from this stuff at this point. But I am totally okay with exposing a lot of things and saying things. At this point, I think it's pretty obvious I will not be friends with any of these people after this. Ludwig was right.
I don't think a lot of people are going to be friends with you after this.
I am going to completely separate myself from these people in this community.
It's like WPC. It's like WPC when he's creepy to a woman. And then, like, he's told to stay away, and then he goes, "That's it, I'm blocking you."
Which is fine, and I've already been doing it. But I have hundreds of messages and DMs from people, things that people probably would never want to get released, that are very interesting for everyone, and I will be releasing it as time goes on, because why not?
As time goes on.
Who fucking cares?
You do. Do it right now.
But before that, I would like...
Do it right now or lies. Full demon time. Let's go. Fuck it. Who cares? Drop them now. Drop a zip.
To address everything that was said today. Okay? Let's get some yos in chat first. Maybe some tryhards. It's perfectly fine. Go ahead. You're a disgusting piece of shit. Absolutely. Been that for years. It's pretty fucking par for the course. What are we going to... Pretend that I'm not a piece of shit. We've all known this. All right? Calm down. Is this anything new? No. I'm a piece of shit. Why the fuck is Caroline Burton chat? That's probably the most crazy thing I've ever seen in my life. But I'm going to defend myself on a lot of things that were said about me. I am going to defend myself on what was said with Emmy. I see a lot of people saying other things that really upset me, but the Emmy one is a serious thing that I want to take serious, and we will be discussing that, okay? I wrote this myself, so I don't know if it's even good. I am not the best writer, as a lot of you know. I have half my screen right now is red, because I can't write for shit. It's not through ChatGPT. Shut up. Okay. Not through ChatGPT. It's not through Chat.
Yeah, I think Emaru's right then. If those messages weren't a total mess.
ChatGPT. Shut up. It's not, bro. Shut up. It's not through Chat. You really think in a serious situation like this, I put ChatGPT and I'm writing something out because it's like, oh, like, bro, shut up. No.
I mean, it would be more appropriate to do it with your own notes.
Yes, really. Really. No, it's Sora AI. I have an entire video made. What is wrong with you, chat? What is wrong with you? I wish I could show you how much red is in this to show you that each other is spaced.
I wish I could.
It's so stupid. I'm not a good writer, bro. I'm not a good writer.
Screen cap it.
So, okay. Let's get to this, shall we? No stalling. I'm taking out of sub-only mode. I don't really care. I know that there's a lot of people that want to speak, and they can. I have no problem with that. This is a very serious situation that I was told. I know a lot of other people are saying things about me as well on top of this, but this is the thing I want to talk about. So let's talk about it, shall we? And then we can go into it. Okay. So, this is April of 2021, okay? I'm going to write everything down. Everyone just chill and let me hear this out, okay? We met online when we were playing AT&T Annihilator Cup. This is me and Emmy. I was introduced to her through it, and my chat started to like us hanging out. I didn't have feelings for her or anything, but I thought we could start hanging out more and be friends. So we met through the Annihilator Cup. A lot of you guys know this. I was playing...
You might not know this, but it's actually the Annihilate Her Cup. She knew it was coming from the start.
With her. My chat liked her a lot. She was fun to hang out with. So we started hanging out.
The chat liking her part's a problem for you, though, isn't it?
We started to play games with each other on stream, and we started to grow closer together. We started calling each other, and we were flirting. We didn't do anything, but it was pretty obvious that Emiru had feelings for me as well as I had for her. But we couldn't really do anything because at the time, she was dating a girl named Bonnie, another cosplayer from another state, and I was dating Maya. Me and Maya broke up. I broke up with her because the relationship felt stagnant, and
Maya and I broke up.
Maya's sanctuary started to take over a lot of her life, and we hardly had time to hang out with each other. Since Maya moved out, I knew I wanted a streamer to move into the house, preferably a girl to farm content with, but I didn't want it to happen so fast. I didn't know if I wanted to be Emmy, but she told me about a stalker that came to her house with a bat, and she didn't live at her house anymore. I'm telling you everything, chat, okay? Come on. I'm telling you the whole story. Sit down and relax, all right? Take a seat. I told her to come move in with me in Austin because she had a stalker, and we want to make content, and the guy will probably be scared since there's a bunch of people around instead of her in her Kansas home by herself. From there, our relationship started growing very fast. Within just weeks of moving in, she would sit in my room with me late at night, and I would watch Pokemon over and over again, Season 1.
Holy Emmy, come on, man. The red flags were there. Did you have her strapped up to, like, the fucking Ludovico stuff?
I loved it because she made me feel like it felt like my childhood and a place of calmness. She would fall asleep.
Holy Emmy, what the fuck?
With some nights, we would touch our backs or legs together. We knew we liked each other. We just knew it was a bad idea. Talks of her joining OTK happened fast as well, and I knew that if we were potentially going to date, we'd have to keep it a secret. Nobody was allowed to know. Streamers as well were already starting to resent me, saying that it was a shitty thing that I moved Emmy in so fast and replaced Maya so quickly. If people found out we were dating, I could be hated by my peers and lose what I created in OTK. I didn't know if we were going to date, and I knew if we were going to make it happen, it was going to be very stressful. But I had no idea what was going to come. It was the beginning of January of 2022. Emmy just had her huge party in an arcade celebrating her birthday on stream. Everyone from Austin was there, and as we were celebrating her joining OTK, there was a huge scare. Someone outside in the parking lot rammed into my Audi R8 and drove off. Okay. And while we were outside thinking it was a schizo viewer, we were told that the person who just hit my car was now inside holding a gun. This scared us to no end. Me and Connery's pants ran inside in fear to get everyone out and make sure everything is okay. My first concern was Emmy. I wanted her to be safe. The cops came, the drunk driver did have a gun, and was sentenced to 3 to 5 years in prison. Okay. Me and Emmy were terrified that night. And on the way home, I grabbed her hand, and she grabbed mine. And we knew we were trauma bonded, and we didn't want to let go.
Oh, he's fucked up.
We would wake up together, stream together, and hang out.
We got the trauma bond buff.
With each other all night. She quickly became my best friend, and someone that I felt for the first time.
Are these all Tumblr people? Is that what this is?
I was in love with. We hung out all day, every day. We were always so happy with each other. Playing games until the night, loving every moment we were with each other. It felt poor. Jack, relax.
It felt poor?
I remember one day I left my house. She called me just... It felt poor. Jack, relax. I remember one day I left my house. She called me just so we can be on the phone together, as we always did. And we were playing a song called Falling in Love with You with Elvis came on, and I felt that love... First time I felt love for a girl, and I thought I'd want it to never let it go. The first year of...
If I'd only ever seen this video, I'd call stalker. By the way.
our relationship, we almost had no fights. We started to date officially in January of 2022, and up until my cancellation, everything was perfect. She brushed over that I threw water bottles or my phone near her, but that wasn't during fights. I want to make that very clear. It would be me throwing my phone on my bed when I brushed my teeth. She did tell me she got a bruise from it, and I stopped. That's all that happened. I will throw you, brushed my, but that wasn't during fights. Everything was perfect. She brushed over that I threw water bottles or my phone near her, but that wasn't during fights. I want to make that very clear.
It was just a normal daily occurrence, pelting things
be me
at her.
throwing my phone on my bed when I brushed my teeth. She did tell me she got a bruise from it, and I stopped. That's all that happened.
I was just throwing it onto the bed when I brushed my teeth. She said she got a bruise from it, so you stopped. So even if that's when you're doing it, you were aware you were throwing it at her.
I will throw you and show you an example, chat. I'm brushing my teeth. Right here. Look at me. I would throw my phone on the bed. I would just...
Here's the thing. I throw my phone on the bed all the time when Lucky Bee's there. Never hit her with it. I have never hit her with it.
Lob it over because I was going to bed. So I would just throw the phone. That's it. And when she... That's the whole thing. I didn't throw it at her. I want to make that very clear. I never threw it at her. I never hit her. And
never threw it at her. Never hit her. But she said she got a bruise, so you stopped. Are you saying... You just accept. You just believe she was delusional, so you stopped doing it, or what?
she even said in her situation that she bruises easily. She brushed over that I threw water bottles with her.
You throw your phone? Why? Because it's really fun.
On my
I don't throw it that far.
Or my phone near her, but that wasn't during our fights. It would be throwing my phone on my bed when I brushed my teeth. She did tell me she got bruises from it, and I stopped. That's all that happened. That's it. I did feel a lot of stress over the time of our relationship up until this point from her stalkers. From the ones that would show up at her old house, and also stalkers that just had from her TikTok postings. We found after being with each other that her stalkers had a lot from would come to her a lot from her short form content. These people were schizophrenic and would think that she is talking to them. Whether it was songs she played, the way she looked at the screen, or just the titles of the videos.
That's something called erotomania or Declarambo syndrome.
These people started to feel she was talking to them and come to our house to stalk her. These people thought in their heads they were dating her. They were out of their mind and dangerous. I told her, if we're going to be serious about this relationship, I need her to stop posting as much and to not farm these people. She agreed and understood.
Oh, fuck.
That it was a safety concern for not only me, but the house. Russell simply...
Yeah, that'll make him disappear. That'll make them not know she exists, right? Okay.
Simply Corey or anyone that was in my house or anyone that was near us. She agreed that she wouldn't want to hurt anyone else and knew that posting these types of TikToks and posts can mess with us and is something I'm not comfortable with as a guy. So she would tell me that if I had a problem to let her know. And at first it was minor things here and there, but over time it got harder and harder to deal with. There were more stress on top of this.
Emery, you have to understand. Rushed streams are dangerous. You got to keep it under 20k. I wasn't jealous that you were taking my viewers away. I just worried for you. Being over 20k, that's when the schizos show up. You need to stop.
We both had the highest relationship from everyone. If anyone found out or was known, I could get in a ton of trouble with OTK and cause a ton of problems. Would you guys stop spamming never sub, never donated? Okay, relax. I told her if we were going to be serious about this relationship, I need to stop posting as much and to not farm these people. And then there was more stress on top of this. We both had to hide the relationship from everyone. If anyone found out or was known, I can get in a ton of trouble with OTK and can cause a ton of problems in my life. So I lied to all of my old friends.
You know what's fucking with me as well? Doesn't OTK sound like something Kellogg's would release? Like Special K, but with more fiber? OTK.
S-Fan included, who lived just next door to me, and everyone in OTK. And that was very hard for me to do.
Stay strong, Miz. This will pass.
We had a doggy door between our rooms, just so we can hide it from everyone else, including my roommates. We would lock the doors to avoid our roommates finding out. As time went on, they found out, but to most of our friends in the Austin circle, they never officially knew. That stress alone would drive anyone mad, but our love for each other was strong, and we knew we could handle it. So, in September in 2022, a lot of you guys know, I was canceled by Trainwrecks and others, trying to claim I covered up sexual assault. It was proven wrong, but that destroyed my mental health. I felt like my brain cracked, and I was never the same since. I was suicidal, depressed, and I didn't know what to do with my own life. Every day felt like an absolute nightmare. I was losing OTK, my mental health, and all my friends. Emiru was one of the only people that were there for me. She ditched sponsors to go with me to Japan.
Dry our lips.
She went with me anywhere I needed because she wanted me to be happy. And she knew sometimes I freaked out, I lashed out, but she loved me and she knew I was in a terrible mental place. It got so bad, the stress and constant talking about the same
She knew I was a dementor.
Things over and over and no sleep. And
bro, you're one of the schizos she was farming, according to her, and her knowledge of you hate watching her streams.
Depression.
The schizos are coming from inside the house.
That most of my hair started to fall out, and Emiru started to hurt herself while we were in Japan.
He wasn't scared of the fucking schizos. It's that he wants to be the only one.
As this time happened,
there is only apples to apples competition.
I was a massive wreck. I couldn't think straight, and being that Emiru hung out with me all day, she too started to become high-strung. Ugh. We would yell at each other, fight, and argue all the time. Things we never once did. I felt this relationship was taking a huge strain. But I thought it could be fixed over time, since things were just so amazing that first year. But I'm so gay. But as we stayed around longer, I started resenting her a lot more. You can take it out.
Fair enough.
But as we stayed around longer, I started resenting her a lot more. I don't want to talk about this. Emiru has a lot of rabbits. It was her calling when she first moved in.
He's actually fucking doing it.
These were a big part of her life. But as those rabbits moved out of her room and into the living room, they started to see disgusting neglect. No food, no water, sometimes not having clean bedding for weeks.
And what did you do about it?
I, along with many others who would come over, would give them what they needed, and I would tell her all the time to take care of them, but to no avail. She completely neglected those rabbits, so much that many of them just died over 1 year of being around in my house. My cleaning ladies would clean them just because they felt terrible. And my brother once came over and said, and I quote, "If you ever marry this woman, I'll never forgive you."
Right, your brother, okay.
I didn't even know there was TTS going on.
Yeah. Dank, can we just say Dank Jeebus in his chat with, I presume, a sub badge? Not only is he insecure, but he is dumb. Yeah.
Hold on one sec.
Oh, DDAC. It's just classic spam numbers. When someone has, don't do it now. When someone has automatic text to speech, when someone donates, it automatically reads it out. It's classic to just spam numbers to disrupt the stream. Yeah, and it's a 2-syllable number. Yeah, or you just do a really long, just any sort of long number works. I'm just logging into Streamlabs right now, so don't do it. I will skip your donation.
Here is a video up close of Emiru's rabbits. These are small little mites that are inside the rabbit cage, and she didn't care. She completely neglected these animals, and I'm not going to sit around and let people say that she didn't. People who came to my house knew that they were neglected. This is an up-close view of the rabbit cage being completely disgusting and neglected. She left them to die.
That's pretty fucking grotesque. But, so did you, though.
And I'm not going to sit here and have her pretend she didn't. It's fucking disgusting. This is a video from my own brother. I didn't record this.
Yeah.
These are mites all around her cage.
Where did he say the video came from?
Okay.
His brother. You allowed, like... Lucky Bee would never do that. But if she did, like, neglect Sorbet... I mean, I clean Sorbet's litter box too, anyway. But, like, let's say I was in the same setup and, like, Lucky Bee was leaving an animal like that. I simply wouldn't let that happen. So I don't think he understands that this reflects on him as well.
I would tell her to take care of them all the time, but to no avail. She completely neglected those rabbits, so much that many died just over a year or two of being around in my house. My cleaning ladies would clean them just because they felt bad, and my brother once came over and said that if I marry her, he'll never forgive me. In fact, when Maya came over during my cancellation, she actually commented on Emeru's rabbits and said, "These rabbits are completely neglected and this is disgusting." Emeru wouldn't clean the cages, and the smell became so bad that we started to have the rabbits just be outside.
This hits you too, retard.
I told her if that's the case, she's got to make sure she's giving them water, because they are her responsibility. Instead, these rabbits were left outside in 100-degree heat.
Your mother, your mom.
Even if they are, you don't just let that happen. You just...
I threw my water bottle and my phone at her, but we weren't fighting.
True.
I was just leveling my thrown weapon skill.
True, he was missing on purpose. It's like splashing. You know splashing in RuneScape where you deliberately fail the spell casting?
No food or water or anything. Most of the time being in cages with no bedding besides poop all over the place. Right. Emmy didn't care. She would sit inside and play League of Legends all day. And what this showed me is that I don't want her to be my children's mother. And I couldn't see myself.
What did you do about it? Yeah, I just sat in a house that reeked of fucking ammonia. What do you...
The fights from these times started to get worse. I would constantly want to be farther and farther from her. I would use her for content, but after stream would want to be alone. I didn't know how to break up with her or end things. She was a co-owner of my org, the only person I knew, and the strain of the relationship and hiding the relationship was really taking a toll on me. On top of that, the stalkers were getting worse. One stalker came to my house, and I had to point a gun at him for 30 minutes until the cops came.
Oh.
These stalkers are no joke, and the pressure from the relationship...
No joke at all! Everything is serious and honest and going by the book.
The anger I felt, and the stalkers... and the stalkers as a whole really made us lash out at each other. She would tell me that she doesn't realize what she's doing, that she didn't understand what she was doing wrong, but I would constantly tell her, on and off stream, that she needs to do more because these stalkers are getting worse. I know I wasn't perfect with my language or tone throughout this entire relationship. I know I wasn't. And I was aggressive at times. In regards to being controlling, I told her many things. I told her to dress older, to stop wearing pajamas, to stop talking about stalkers and schizos as a whole, stop talking about past relationships, and yes, I didn't want her to travel without me. I also said that I didn't want her to hang out with specific people.
I didn't want her to drive without me. Or go to the store.
This is because I didn't want her to get hurt. I didn't want Emmy to get assaulted.
We were preparing for a move to Saudi Arabia.
I didn't want some man to do something to her when I'm not there, and I wanted to keep her safe. And I know with
not because you didn't want her to get hurt, but because you'd be jealous.
Mental was and who I was back then that I didn't do everything right. I know I could have done better, and I'm sorry. I know I was controlling, and I should have just ended the fucking relationship, but I was so confused as a person. And I'm sorry I didn't. I'm sorry things got to this fucking point, man.
Man.
The last 9 months of this relationship, things got extremely fucking toxic. I told her to move out. She didn't move out on her own. I told her to move out because I wanted space, but she still wanted me around at all times. She would get upset if we didn't sleep together or if we weren't around. She always wanted me to drive over to her house, but I never wanted to because I wanted to be alone. And that increased our fights, but the stalkers continued, and I got even more stressed. They started to take pictures of me whenever I would drive to her house. Sorry. They knew my every movement. I couldn't take it. Between the rabbits, the stalkers, and the overall ability to handle
every time I went into the city, I'd see this red car following me.
Situations with each other, I knew this wouldn't last, but I didn't know how to get out of the relationship. She did not want to move out. As for me telling Cheddar to leave my house, he was swatting at Chompy constantly and making him bleed. I not only I not only was the one that wanted her to move out first, I was the one that wanted the cat out of the house.
Okay.
Because he was attacking my cat. Every month went by the last year, and our fights started to get louder. We were breaking up with each other almost weekly. Fights were getting more aggressive, and shouting began to increase. I was not perfect, and I reflect on those situations with poor taste to myself. I'm ashamed that the situations got so bad, but Emmy was also violent. She would throw clothes or plushies at me, and I punched holes in the walls or slammed doors in aggression. I one time did say I was going to kill myself during an argument, but Emmy did this as well numerous times. She would constantly say she's going to kill herself in arguments, and I have a picture where while I had a gun pointed at one of her stalkers who came to my house while she was in Kansas, she told me she was going to kill herself out of aggression of the situation while it was happening.
I'm just a bit fucking stunlocked. Also, I was looking at my Discord. Let me jump back a bit.
I'm ashamed that the situations got so bad, but Emmy was also violent. She would throw clothes or plushies at me, and I...
Yeah.
I punched holes in the walls or slammed doors in aggression. I one time did say I was going to kill myself during an argument, but Emmy did this as well numerous times. She would constantly say she's going to kill herself in arguments, and I have a picture where while I had a gun pointed at one of her stalkers who came to my house while she was in Kansas, she told me she was going to kill herself out of aggression.
Out of aggression? My guess would be frustration with the fact that the stalkers are disrupting stuff, right? Surely.
Situation
of how bad the stalking shit is.
While it was happening.
Kill herself out of aggression.
I'm just going to leak everything because I don't really care. This is the situation. I told her that a stalker's at the house. I'm freaking out. What is happening? Can you call me? I'll call you. I literally want to kill myself. I can't take this anymore. I feel so alone and like a problem.
Oh, he's retarded. That's not out of aggression. That's despair. That's despair.
So, just want to show this. She was also using the I want to kill myself a lot in our situation relationship.
In our situation relationship. That's not in an argument. That's because there's a situation where she's, because of her, or in her mind, it's her fault, he has to deal with a stalker at their house.
This is while I had a gun pointed at one of her stalkers. This stalker who was at my house.
Yeah, that's why she was saying it.
His background picture was Emaru, and when he talked to the cops, he was in love with her and thought that she was talking to him. It is
yeah, she feels pretty fucked up by that, I'm sure.
Disgusting what these stalkers can do. I will say this. The fact that this guy came to my house, and the result of it was a cop brought him down the street to a QT, which is a 7-Eleven, 15 minutes away, and that's all they did, is terrifying for these girls, and terrifying for the situation in general. Sorry. I knew that the relationship wasn't healthy at this point. I knew we had to end it in soon. One day, Emmy posted a very provocative picture, one that she knew I would hate, and she posted it to make me upset. She admitted that she made me upset with it, and we got into a heated argument, and I broke up with her. We broke up for about a month, then got back together because we thought we can make it work. We went to get food at BJ's, a common place where we would get food, and then we went back to her house. We cuddled for about 30 minutes and started to kiss. She said that she was okay with this on her stream, and I started to advance to the next stage because I thought that's what she wanted.
She said she said she was okay with this on her stream. Did she? Yeah.
We went back to her house. We cuddled for about 30 minutes and started to kiss.
She describes it as he started kissing in her face. He calls it we started to kiss.
She said that she was okay with this on her stream.
Their characterization of what physically happened doesn't line up.
And I started to advance to the next stage because I thought that's what she wanted. She yelped, and I immediately sprung up and was scared if I did anything wrong, or did wrong in general. I got scared and left the house. I apologize if that made Emmy uncomfortable for me not saying sorry, and I wish I said sorry.
You got scared. You got scared and left the house. Scared. You weren't embarrassed. You weren't something that you were scared.
Back then. But we got back together soon afterwards. And during those last few months where we were still fighting, but it did feel like the relationship had good progress. And we were both agreed we need to talk about our future. Since it's been 3 years, we should see what we want. And Emmy had an idea to write down everything we wanted on paper. Mm-hmm. I'm going to let everyone know that what I'm about to say is very true.
Master of rhetoric. The demon mode. He's activated the demon mode golden tongue ability.
We wanted on paper. I'm going to let everyone know that what I'm about to say is very true.
Does that work? Can you just say this?
This is exactly what happened, and she cannot argue this. One day after staying over Emery's
That's like Call of Shame level argumentation.
House, Emery made me breakfast, and she wrote down everything she wanted. She wrote she wants me to move closer to her. She wrote that she wants me to marry her, and she wants kids with me in the next 5 years. And I just looked at this letter that I was staring
And you can't go back on a promise like that.
in front of me, and I just handed her back the paper. She began to cry, and I told her, I'm sorry, I just can't do this anymore. I knew we were just beyond the point of toxicity in the relationship, that our trust had completely died, and that we had so many issues that I couldn't deal with it, and I was not mentally well. I walked away. I went to her door, and as I opened it, the last words I ever heard her say is, "Don't
This is absolutely true. I told her I was insane.
go. I love you." That week, I made flights to Japan because I didn't want to sit around and wait to possibly get back together again. I have never talked to her in person since. I have messaged her numerous times wondering why I have been removed from OTK, Discords, and I was very scared because I didn't know what was going on. Nobody was talking to me or contacting me. I've had so much regret. Times where I wanted to go back. Times where I've drunk messaged her love letters, as you saw on stream. But after 10 months, I know we're much better off without each other. I did see her at a party once at Simply's house. The house was very small, and I opened the door. I said, "Whoops," and proceeded to talk in the other room about what I possibly
then
did
I
wrong.
fled the country. As many of you know, Amaru is of Korean descent, and I figured in Japan, given their history, I would be treated favorably over her there.
And began to bawl out and be depressed because I just saw my ex-girlfriend. I want to make it very clear. I was not following her, nor lingering around her. I was with others the entire night. The house is about 2,000 square feet with about 50 people there. I, of course, was near her, but I was never following her. This year has been very hard for me, and I'm sure for her. I even went to Japan and drank every single night just to sleep. Going from...
What is this, Tarballs? Fuck me. Okay, we have proof. We have proof of the stalker holdup. Thank you, Tarballs. I don't know where he got this from. But I don't think AI can pull this off. It's not AI, so it must be real. Have you seen this man?
Being with each other for 3 years straight and trauma bonding to be completely alone is such a difficult thing for both of us.
Holy
with each
fuck.
other for 3 years straight and trauma bonding to be completely alone is such a difficult thing for both of us. I began therapy in February of this year with EMDR therapy, something she recommended me when we were dating. I'm very happy to say that I feel better than ever, and I've gotten a lot of the stress I've had away. I've also moved from Austin myself, and I've had a lot of trauma lingering from there as a whole, and I feel a lot better from that. I truly hope nothing but the best for Emmy. I know she said a lot of these things today, and I do believe a lot of them were false, but I do hope nothing but the best for her, and I'm sorry that any of this happened. I hate that we're in this situation.
She falsely accused me of being a rapist, but I wish the best.
And I hope that she can move on. We were in a toxic relationship. I saw that. I've realized over the years of 2 relationships now online that I'm a horrible boyfriend and I have a lot to work on for myself. I've been single for the past 10 months and I plan to stay that way. I'm continuing to go to therapy and work on myself, not just for me, but for the people around me. Mm-hmm. Okay. That's it. If you're wondering if it's scripted, the answer is, of course it is. I wrote it out because I cannot freeball this. This is a very serious situation. I want to make this real, and that's it. Okay? I am going to stand up for myself. I am going to defend myself in these situations.
Oh, no.
I'm not going away. I have no plans to go away. And I believe a lot of the situations today were absolutely exaggerated. I have dozens of photos and videos, calls and messages as well, if she has them. I have things I will be leaking over the next few days of other people, of other things. I have a lot of messages that I have calls and messages as well, if she has them. I have dozens of photos, and I believe a lot of the situations today were absolutely exaggerated. I have dozens of photos and videos.
They were exaggerated. I have
calls and messages as well, if she has them.
Calls and messages as well, if she has them. Have I misunderstood?
I have things I will be leaking over the next few days of other people, of other things. I have a lot of messages that I have that I'm going to expose as time goes on, because I do believe that this is a time to go fucking buck wild. But I want to make it very clear. When it comes to Emaru, when she says that I was getting ready to go after her and that I was going to use her rabbits against her, that was never the plan. My plan for myself was very simple.
Wait.
I want to make it very clear. When it comes to Emaru, when she says that I was getting ready to go after her and that I was going to use her rabbits against her, that was never the plan. My plan for myself was very simple.
That was never the plan. In fact, she gave me that idea.
If Emmy were to say something about me, I would say something back. That's it. I never had a plan in my...
Say something back like what?
If Emmy were to say something about me, I would say something back.
Like what?
That's it. I never had a plan in my life to go after her or do anything. It was if she ever said anything, I would say something as well.
Yeah, that's what blackmail is. I'm mind raped by this. I'm stun locked. Do you understand? Yeah, that's how blackmail works. That's what blackmail is. Do or don't do this thing, or else I disclose. That's blackmail.
And that's completely understandable.
You can't just tell people that's understandable.
Can you clarify what, if anything, was said to her team at TwitchCon? I said that if she goes after me, then I will go nuclear. And that is exactly what I said. And that's what's going to happen. Because you can't mess with me anymore. I don't have anything to lose. I'm sorry I don't. Go after me all you want. I have nothing to lose. And I will say this proudly. Emaru abused those rabbits. She did. And if you're...
Hold up. I will proudly proclaim that she abused those rabbits. You mean the abuse you allowed to happen?
In Austin, Texas, and you want to say that she didn't abuse those rabbits at my house? You're lying. You know she did. She abused those rabbits and she let them outside. And it's disgusting. And I didn't want to bring this up ever. This was not something I planned on bringing up in my life. But it's something that...
Is it the thing you were planning on saying back?
She claims that she didn't do, and people are trying to defend her from that. Like Asmongold, where he says that one of her rabbits she took and brought around. What about the other 6 rabbits that died? As for what happened with me and Emaru, it is a I mentally...
6 rabbits? You mean 8 rabbits?
Have been fucked up for years.
I think it's at least
I'm very proud of myself for working on myself, and I think leaving Austin was the best thing, not just for me, but for everyone around me. I do believe that. I fucked up a lot, and I'm never going to not admit that. And I realized I need to be alone. I never got kicked out of Austin, Texas. I left myself.
I think he's either going to do himself or do her. Maybe both.
You're still mentally fucked? I am. I am absolutely mentally fucked. I have been slowly working on it. I do feel like I've been getting better. I feel like I'm very calm right now. I don't feel stressed. I don't even feel angry. I feel that every day I'm trying to learn more and more and do better. But I'm going to stand up for myself in a lot of these situations because a lot of it was not true. And I don't like that she was portraying that it was just me who was at fault. It was a toxic relationship, and that's what it was.
She called it codependent. And one of your examples is you threw bottles and phones at her and she threw plushies at you. So...
Why was viewership so important? I will bluntly say this, and I'm very honest.
Oh.
I am very honest.
Holy fuck!
And I still am, but I very much was someone that was massively obsessed with streaming and viewership. And when my cancellation happened, and even before it, I mean, it's something you guys know. I've been massively obsessed with streaming and viewership over the years, and it's disgusting and it has ruined my fucking life. It is something that I am envious of others. I am angry at others because of it. It makes me jealous when I see others doing well, and it has made me realize that I am, I'm never happy for someone else if they're doing much better.
Did you break the fucking door out of rage that your girlfriend was doing better than you? Making a ton of loud noises that she could hear and was intimidated by, Ms. Kiff?
Than me.
Did you do that?
You guys know this is true if you watch my old stream. I've always been this way. I've been very envious of other people. And it's a problem. It's a serious. I'm definitely way better than I was now, or I am now, but it's a serious problem that I am still working on to this day. I am not perfect, and I fucked up with that. I've been this way for a very fucking long time, where I'm a competitive dude, and I think I'm very competitive with streaming because I really care about it a lot. I've sunk my whole life into this thing.
Uh-oh. Siffy, he's gonna do it, man.
So
that's one of the lines that was written directly on the stones.
Did you really drive 150 miles an hour? I'm going to say this very clear. If you know me in Austin, Texas, I drive fast everywhere.
I always go 150 miles per hour, especially around schools.
I drive fast literally everywhere. I'm in an Audi R8 in Austin, Texas, where the freeways are open. I drive fast all the time.
Sometimes I forget I'm not in Germany and just go as fast as I can.
I do. I don't even remember what situation she was talking about. I mean, we were in cars with each other all the time. I remember one time when she was picking me up from the airport. And
I was driving her around 150 miles per hour all the time, I guess.
In her blue Corvette. And she started the speed when we were on a straightaway when she was getting mad, and she stayed quiet. I don't remember the exact speed she got up to, but we were definitely flying.
Yeah, well, I was in the car with her once, and it felt like we were going real fast. Thanks, Ms. Kiff. Thanks for that.
But I'll say this as well.
Okay.
I have no problem admitting fault. The person that I was during that relationship, and I would say the Ms. Kiff in Austin, Texas, is fucking disgusting. I hated myself. I hated this person that just sat there all day, stressed and angry and mad at the fucking world. I hated being this upset person because I know you are who you hang out with. And I definitely changed Emmy in a lot of ways and made her very stressed as well. And mentally, the situations we were in, it just cataclysmed both of us. I was a very toxic person, and I knew I needed to get out, so I broke up with her. In fact, I broke up with her twice. The first time I broke up with her, I really thought it was over. And the second time I broke up with her was forever. I did message her a lot afterwards, primarily for OTK stuff, but there were times where I did want to go back to her. I'm not going to pretend I didn't. I was drunk. I thought I needed to, but...
I was drunk. I thought I needed to.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
That's it. I don't think there's really anything else to talk about.
God, how bad do you... OT cake, yeah. How bad do you think his bombs are going to be? Do you think bombs are going to come at all?
Leak something?
Given how retarded his attempt at exposing her threatening suicide was.
No, not today.
Like, if that's what he thinks a bomb is, he's just going to rape himself for the world to see.
This is something I think that we went over, and I am glad that it is out there, what I just said, and that's it. So,
yeah, demon mode,
that's
by
it.
the way.
I said what I had to say. I appreciate you guys listening, and I will be back. I'm not leaving anytime soon. But I'm gonna go relax. It's been a pretty rough day. No, we're not doing top 500. Okay.
I just saw Go Eat a Bullet in
All right,
his
that's
chat.
it, guys. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. I will keep defending myself as time goes on. I appreciate you guys, and I will see you guys as we keep going. I appreciate you guys, and I'm yeah.
Well, there we go. That's the Mizkif Emery situation, and that's all for today. I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow is the last stream before Japan. Tomorrow is the last stream before Japan. After tomorrow, the next stream I think will be on. It's either the 15th or the 16th of November. Japan, yeah, I'm going to be in Tokyo for 2 weeks. I'm going to be in Tokyo for 2 weeks. Yeah. There'll be content on my food channel regarding it. And probably little pictures and videos and stuff that I'll share with you as well. Here. Until tomorrow, though, thank you for your viewership, companionship, incredible generosity as well. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the plushie throwing abuser bite. Video later, by the way, about rice. Bye-bye.